All right. Hello. Good day, everybody. I apologize for being late today. It was unexpected, but I've had a hella day, and we'll talk about that today. Get everything set up here. All right. Good day. Good day. Let's see who we've already got here. James, Teresa, M. Page, and Arrowset. Good day. Thank you for coming by. Nice hat. Oh, I forgot I was wearing it. Yeah, I wear that anytime I'm outside the house. I literally ran in the house, fired on the computer, and started getting stuff up here. Good day, Take Master Jr. Hello. All right, so yes, I've only done a few things since we played last. Not a whole lot, because I didn't have time. But did a few things. I got some plans for today. So let's see. Let me write those out of the way. Those up. Stick them in here for now. I did finish cleaning this out, so all of the stuff that needs to go in folders is in folders, so that stuff's out of the way. Yes, that's all running smoothly. No problems there. I didn't really get to do much more with the hogs. Oh, our invisible animals are visible again. I'll have to get rid of... Oh, thank you very much. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Boop. There we go. That up. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, everything is... Everything should be up and good to go. We're going to work on some hogs today. We're going to do some other things. Hello, Jeppy. GP. Ooh. Ooh. All right. I messed up one. All right. So, yeah, we're going to do some things today. I've had a heck of a day, which we'll tell you about. Let's see. All right. So, first things first, today we are going to do a little bit of stuff in the Twilight Forest. We're going to try to work out and get done most of the Twilight Forest today. Is part of our big goals. So we need to get in there. We need to find ourselves a Hydra so we can move forward. So let's go ahead and do that. So, yeah, let me tell you about my day. First of all, thank you for coming by. Appreciate you all visiting and hanging out. Let's see. Ast, Rams, we found those. I got it right the first time. All right, well, there we go. At least I'm slightly successful, right? All right, so I want to go to this direction this time. No, this direction. Oh, this direction. Well, now. Good Lord. Okay, there we go. What charms? The only charm I'm actually using right now is I have the first level of damage on my sword. And I did that just because someone was asking me how to put a charm on. I don't use a lot of charms. The only charm I really want to get on there is... the fireproof one. So that way, if I'm in the nether and I fall in lava, I don't have to worry about it. But that charm I highly recommend. Outside of that, the charms are just kind of preference. They're okay, but I figure by the time I get to Supremium Armor and Android, I pretty much have all the abilities I need at that point. There's not much else. There's not much out there that can hurt me. So I'm usually pretty good there. I also have to apologize. I'm going to be eating here in the first few minutes because we literally had to grab food and race home. It has been a day. So today was my wife's 6-month checkup with her neurologist. And that takes place in Nashville, Tennessee. We live in just outside Knoxville, Tennessee. So it's like a 3.5 hour drive. And her appointment was at 8:30 this morning. So we had to get up very early and leave and go do that. And we were there, and then by the time we got home, while we were there, I guess I should say, while we were there, my cell phone stopped working. The home button on my iPhone decided to no longer work. We had iPhone 7 Pluses. We were planning on upgrading to 12s anyways. I was just kind of waiting for the 12 Pro to finally get in stock, and we kind of got bumped ahead of time. So we went ahead and got iPhone 12s today, and that's why I'm a little bit late, because we were at the phone place getting everything turned on and then got stuck in traffic on the way home. So I got a new phone. Nothing set up on it yet other than it's actively working. But I've got one sitting here finally. But yeah, we'd had the same phone for 4 years. It was about time, especially with all the stuff for the channel and everything that I load on here. Now we're going to take a quick detour over here and kill a couple gas, just because I need to get the gassed model to maximum, and this is the easiest place to do it. Hello, Mr. Knockback. Good day, good day. See, is there any gas in here? No. Need the gas. There's some gas at. Usually in the middle. Oh, hey, what do you know? This is what we were looking for last time. All right. Very nice. Darkwood. The only places you can get it is inside the ghast section of the, what do you call it? The Twilight Forest. I am currently in the Twilight Forest. I'm flying around trying to find the Hydra, because I need that's the next step in the advancements. Oh, that's a good chunk of Darkwood. That's awesome. So, yeah, for advancements, I'm working on, right now, Twilight Forest. Some of these that we've skipped, I can go back and do. Ram's Ice need a whole bunch of wool. This is collect all the food, make a map. I haven't killed the medium-sized sapper in a medium hill yet, but I'm trying to get the tough stuff done as quickly as I can. But that Darkwood, you need to make one of the... oh, my goodness. I feel so stupid. I forgot to bring my data models. Dang it. Is it changed for Sky Factory 4? Kind of. I mean, it's changing as much that the, there's no ground around it. Kind of like anything else in Twilight Forest. You have to, there's only the things themselves, so you pretty much have to be able to fly to get to anything. The order and such of defeating the bosses still works the same. But because there's no ground to run around on, Darkwood, there are no saplings in the game, even though you need Darkwood to complete one of the advancements, because there's one of the data models that require Darkwood. And the only place to get it that I've found anywhere is in that room in the ghast tower. There is a one of the rooms, usually where the... Checking these hills out here. Again, we're trying to find a Hydra right now. And Hydra looks like this. It looks like a big hill, but half of it is missing, and the Hydra is living in it. So sometimes you can't tell until you get close. That's not one. Okay? But it's pretty much the same, except for that Darkwood. You have to find that inside one of the ghast areas, which sucks, because it means that you've got to go a good ways before you level that up. Now, once I find the Hydra, I'm going to teleport back to the cake and run in and grab my data models real quick before I start fighting a bunch of things. But I don't need them right now. We'll find it first, and then we'll go back there. What's up, Great? How's it going, man? Yeah, so I've got, like I said, I got a new iPhone. I've got some food in front of me. I'm going to be eating as quickly as possible, so hopefully that won't be too annoying for you guys. We ran around and got some Arby's. Now, Arby's has sliders now. If you've not had the Arby's slider, you are missing out. They are phenomenal. Especially the pizza ones. Delicious. Oh. Not a lot of luck so far. Never tried Arby's? Arby's is delish. They have the meat. Classic beef and cheddar is just mounds of thick, well-cut roast beef with a cheddar cheese sauce. That's delicious. Gonna be a big one like this, but it's gonna be missing a chunk. Oh, that's not it. They're really good. They got less. Instead of fries, I usually get their mozzarella sticks, because they got pretty good mozzarella sticks as well. Lich. I swear, the hardest thing to find is the Hydra. And every time I've played Sky Factory. Nope, not that one. I try to fly in the middle of two, because they kind of put them in a grid pattern. Like, if you look at the stuff, it's almost always in a grid. So, if you're flying in the middle, you get to see two things at once. Hey, Noel. Well, I appreciate you stopping by to say hello. Hopefully you're having a good day. Now, as a reminder, I will not be streaming tomorrow, because tomorrow I will be preparing for Saturday's 24-hour Extra Life charity stream, which will be starting at 10 a.m. Saturday morning Eastern Standard Time. I've got a bunch of fun stuff planned. Hopefully some of you folks will swing by and hang out. Streaming a long time. 24 hours straight, just me. Just old dad, 24 hours. Double Naga. So I've got some, what I believe are relatively fun things planned, and hopefully some things that people will find entertaining enough to want to donate. So hopefully the charity stream, everything donated goes towards helping sick kids and their families. So, a big deal. I've been planning for it all year, so hopefully we have some fun. Wow, lots of Nagas. Naga, however you want to pronounce that. I say Naga normally. Oh. More of them, good lord. Do you think I should become a member? How many members are there? Oh, currently we are at 57 members. When we hit 75, I'll be opening up a second members server. Ooh, this one has. There are different perks for being a member. You can find out what they are by clicking the join button on the channel. Clicking join does not sign you up. It just takes you into the page where you get to find out what's all involved. But there's a lot of perks. Like I said, access to the members-only Minecraft servers. The one we have right now is currently Volcano Block. It changes every little while. But if we get 75, we get a second one. That one's going to be staying more of a permanent. Either it's going to be Sky Factory 4, or it's going to be like a vanilla, but maybe with a few mods added in over time, depending on what we want. Come on, I need a Hydra. Yeah, there's a lot of perks for it. Hopefully it's something you would be interested in, but no one should ever feel like they have to by any means. I am always looking to add new perks and new bonuses to that program, so anytime I come up with anything else cool, it's just going to be added to that and members will get access to it. For example, sometimes it's just little sneak peeks. For the Extra Life stream, oh, I'm going to take some rain damage. Yep. Too close. Too close. I need to kill the Hydra to be able to get in that area. Hydra's next. So we have one of the events that we'll be doing for Extra Life is there's going to be a time period where I have a bunch of, good Lord. Sorry, the acid rain is hurting. It's slowing me down. I have a bunch of little cups that are going to have different items in them. Some of them taste good. Some of them don't taste good. And when people donate a certain amount, we'll talk about that in the actual stream. They get to pick a number on the board. I flip the card over, and whatever's on the back of it, that number is the one I have to eat or drink. Like I said, some of it will be good, some of it will be funky. But then we're also going to have an amount where someone could instead donate, so obviously a little bit more, if they want to, or instead of picking the card, they get to choose 2 or 3 items on the list, and then I have to mix them and eat them and drink them. So a lot of things on the list are delicious, but maybe not combined. You know what I mean? So as a standalone thing, they could be delicious. You know, so I'll give an example. Strawberry yogurt, delicious. You have me add mayonnaise to that, or Dijon mustard, maybe not so much. So one of the perks for members is they got a list of all the different items yesterday. They got to see that little head. Hello, Midnight. He puts his little hand up on my shoulder when he wants petted. Yes, I know. He's freaking out because I've been gone all day. The cats don't understand why we're gone when we're gone, because we aren't gone that much. Have you ever built the Applied Energy XME storage system? Yes. Yes, I built it. I did not like it. I prefer simple storage. All right, make sure we're still traveling in the right direction. Make sure we didn't miss it. Nope. Yeah, I made it a couple streams ago, so that is available on the episode if you're looking for that. You need a couple of different things for that. When I get back to the overworld, we can take a look at those. I'll kind of show you how I was shown to set up, because again, it was my first time doing it as well. But I know you need there's 2 components. One's a wireless thing that sends the signal. One's a wireless thing that receives the signal. They have to be connected to the actual computer before the actual controller will work. So there's a whole mess of stuff involved with it. But I'll be happy to take a look at it when we get back to the overworld. And as always, thank you all for coming by and hanging out. Again, I apologize that I started a little late today. Got stuck in traffic, and it took us longer to get home from getting new phones than I thought it would. But if you are enjoying the stream, you do have a good time today, please remember to click like. Most importantly, hit subscribe so you can hang out with us. Hit that little bell notification so you know anytime we stream. When am I going to do this stream? The one with the Extra Life stream, that starts Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to run from 10 a.m. Saturday till 10 a.m. Sunday. So I'll be streaming for 24 hours straight. I took last night off because I had to get up at 5 o'clock this morning to because I had to go to Nashville for my wife's doctor's appointment. Nope. And then I got a bunch of stuff set up for it yesterday. I went and did all the shopping and bought all the miscellaneous nasty things I'm going to have to eat on stream. I also picked up a good selection of alcohol. also for the stream. Let's see. What are you going to... Oh, I did that. Well, shame on you for starting late. I am a horrible person. I will have myself beaten and flogged immediately. On stream for charity. No, I was kidding. Yeah, I usually try to stick by stream times pretty hardcore. I really do try not to be late or miss one, so I do feel bad when that... I will do my best to never let you all down again. But yeah, I'm really excited about the charity stream. Our goal for the year as a whole was to make $1,000. The goal is set at $2,000. When you see the stream pop up, it's because I have stretch goals for if we happen to go over 1,000. And the Extra Life website won't let you set goals over what your goal is. So you have to set the goal higher. So $1,000 is what I'm hoping for. We're already over 500. Just from the earlier streams in this year, and I actually got a small donation yesterday because I've been posting it on my socials and Facebook, and the donation screen is open up all the way till January. But I would definitely like to hit 1,000 for sure, but I'd love to blow that out of the water and get some more. Just because, again, every penny does go to help sick children and their families. You guys are going to hear me talk about that a lot today, and of course, on the 24-hour stream itself. Like my hat. Thank you very much, Badger. I usually don't wear it in the house, but like I said, I was running late, ran in, fired on the computer, threw my lunch down and my dinner down in front of me, and just got it all booted up, so I forgot to take my hat off. I've had this hat for years. I wear it anytime I go out. How did you choose your YouTube name? Very common question. I'm happy to answer that. So, Draven is the last name of the main character from the movie The Crow. Eric Draven is his name. The Crow is my favorite movie. Horrendously love it. So many, many years ago, when I was getting my very first email, because remember, I'm really old. Yes, I know you're there, buddy. I was trying to get some version of Draven, and everything I looked up was already gone. And so I was doing this at the job I had at the time, and one of my coworkers said that I should put only Draven. And I said, why only Draven? He goes, because you're the only idiot I know who gives a damn about that movie. I thought that was funny, so I typed it in, and sure enough, it worked, and I have been using it ever since. The skin that I use for Minecraft is actually the Crow, which a lot of people don't recognize it until they hear that, then it makes sense. But I use a Crow skin as my Minecraft skin. I am starting to give up hope on Hydras, man. Making me frustrated, because I need to kill a Hydra, and it always takes forever to find one. I was hoping to find one between streams, but I hadn't expected to have to go spend 2.5 hours at a phone place getting a new phone today. Kind of threw things off a little. Only yeah, I like it. It flows real well. I've been using it for everything for a very long... That was 20 years ago, I want to say. 15 to 20 years ago. So I've been using it a while. Oh. Hello. There we go. Hydra. Hey, baby, you can't have my food. There he is. Good stuff. Just in case something funky happens, I'm going to go ahead and save that as a spawn. Come and get some. This, guys. I'll push over. He doesn't really hurt me much at all, actually. I lost a lot of power just from flying around, but I'm doing all right. Whoa! 106. That guy actually hurt me. What's up with that, man? That's not cool. You're not supposed to hurt. Whoa, I'm about to die. Wow. That's the first time I've had that issue. Huh. My armor's not doing... Oh, it's fire, because I didn't put... I was just talking about that earlier. I didn't put the fire charm on. Well, that's going to be a problem. Let's see if we can do this. Can't hit me if I'm not close, fool. Dodging your fireballs. I think I've got to hit the head. Ow! Get your fireball away from me. Oh. Kind of satisfying watching some dude shoot a dragon with a laser gun. That's me, man. I'm just combining fantasy, sci-fi, all in the greatest ways. It is not doing much damage. Is it doing any? Oh, barely. All right, we're going in. Cover me. Fire in my hole. Fire in my hole. That's uncomfortable, really. Come on. Oh, right through. Right through. Usually the easiest way I've found to dodge the fireballs. Just keep running right through them. Yep, I know. This guy's taking longer to kill than anybody. Personally, I think this guy's the hardest boss in the game, man. One of the worst places to have fire. That is true. It's like, I don't remember lighting a fire in my booty. Fire in my hole. Oh, where you at? Oh, wow, he got me a good hit there. Back up and let my health regen a little bit. I have the perk, the Android perk, so it recharges my health from my own power. As long as I've got power, I'm good. It just does take a minute to kick in sometimes, so. He's almost gone. Come here, jerk. Oh, he's getting unhappy now. Just trying not to fall in the hole he blew up in the ground. Come here, fool. Die. What do I think of Minecraft 1.17? Don't think I've touched it yet, to be honest with you. I've only been doing this version of Sky Factory. There it is. Get you a piece. Alright, come on, die. This is taking way longer to die than it should. There we go. Give me your loot. Hydra Chop, baby. I got 3 advancements for that. What were they all? Let's see. So we got Hydra Chop. Or Hydra Slayer. I don't know where Hydra Chop is. Must have been a food one or something somewhere. I'll take it. Did I get a dragon head? I did. Excellent. Oops. Wrong button. Fingers are on the wrong buttons. Alright. So there's a head. Some Hydra Chop. Delicious. Fiery blood. Good. Alright. So now we're going to quickly pop back to the cake. So before I start fighting a bunch of stuff, I need to make sure I have my data models. That's the other thing we need to do today. We need to get some of those data models maxed out. And I usually don't carry on when I'm running around in the base just because that one's got nothing in it. That one does. That one does. Should be another one. That one. Okay. First, let's go put our head up because that's my favorite part of the day. Boop. All right. Hydra head. You're going to go right over there. Boosh. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, the heads of my enemies. Sorry. A little crazy there for a moment. Nobody saw anything. Right, dump those in inventory. Oh, I need to make that data model while I'm here. Data model. It's the Darkwood data model. Twilight Forest. Nope, I've got that one. Twilight Swamp. I got that one. There it is. It's that one. The Twilight Darkwood data model. Oops. Any of those. What am I missing? Redstone? Oh, soot-covered redstone. Oh, I'm going to have to make some of that. Let me grab a coal block. Grab some redstone. I have a bunch. Just making some soot covered here real quick. Are you just going to be flying around the forest? Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. No, I'm just going to go around and finish up the bosses. The little stuff I'm going to finish myself. Just flying around the Hydra I knew was going to be the hard one. And luckily we found it a little bit quicker than I expected, even though it still took a while. No, I'm going to level up the models later. I'm not going to make you guys watch all that at all. I just want to get the bosses out of the way. And I think there's only 1 or 2 left, and then I'm done. Why is it? Oh, I still didn't make the thing. That should give me every data model now. Got 4 in it, 4 in it, 3 in it. Work. Oop. But I wanted to have that just in case I do kill some stuff while we're doing the bosses, because you get credit for those too. So the only thing I need to kill then, let's see. Find the lamp of cinders in the troll caves, and you can burn away the thorn barriers. I don't remember that one. Naga. Oh, I know what that is. That's in the, I believe that's in the swamps. So that's the last thing we really need for the big stuff. And then we're going to come back and work on some more actual advancements and stuff in the base. This should be easy to find. We flew across like 50 of these things. Let me see if we can find one. That's not it. That's going to be a lich. Hey, no scratching claws on the couch. Down, please. Thank you very much. Pray to God. I just flew past 50 of these. I must go that direction again. Am I going that direction? Yes. All right. We'll go here real quick, get this, and then we'll go back and work on some more stuff. Because we also have to do, there's still 2 more reactors we have to make. Still got to finish out the hogs. Some other stuff like that. Oh, yes, Nexus, I apologize. I was running a little bit late today. I got stuck in traffic. So Sorry about that. But yes, I'm back up and running now for the fun times. All right, so let's go ahead and grab one of these, and then we'll knock this out, and then we can go back and do fun stuff. Hey, kitties. Today I start at 7:30 Eastern. I normally start at 7. I was running about 30 minutes late. I was saying earlier, the home button on my iPhone decided to stop working today. So my wife and I had to make a trip over to our carrier and upgrade to the new iPhone 12s. It was unexpected, but we were going to do that anyways. Oh, no, when I first started streaming, it would have been almost about a year ago at this point. I want to say I started streaming around end of October last year, because I started streaming right before Extra Life, and that's when I wanted to do it. You, get down off that couch, please. Thank you. I started streaming because I wanted to do the Extra Life charity, and then just kept on doing it. A lot of people kept hanging around in it, which I appreciate you guys for doing that. It became a lot of fun. Let's see. Have I ever played old school RuneScape? No, I have not. Really, the first real computer game I started putting any real time into was World of Warcraft. I played WoW for years. That's all I did with my free time. But I didn't really do much of the other fantasy stuff. I actually went from WoW to Minecraft. That was mostly because, again, of the Achievement Hunter guys. They started doing Minecraft, and I thought it was hilarious when I was watching them do it, and I wanted to get into it. Let's see. Nexus. I made a fusion reactor with a black hole and wanted to know if anything was faster. Not that I know of. I mean, that one's pretty broken when it comes to how it works. Like, it never got finished, so it'll make an excessive amount of power. Speaking of Achievement Hunter, of course, as I was saying earlier, the charity stream, the Extra Life charity stream that I'm doing Saturday, I'm part of Team Rooster Teeth, so all donations made to my page also count towards their totals as well. Where the hell are these at? Past 50 of them. Let's see. Trail. Okay, I just lost 246 2 days ago. Oh, never played that. Playing Trailblazer, and I haven't had this much fun in ages. Trailblazer, I'm not familiar with that. Favorite movie series? I mean, short answer would be The Crow, but to be honest with you, the first one was great. The other ones were eh. If I was to pick a movie series, it would probably be John Wick or Back to the Future. It'd have to be one of those two, where I consistently like every single movie in the set. So it'd probably be Back to the Future or John Wick. My part of the community stream. I won't be featured. No, I mean, I'm not one of going to be the featured ones. Again, I'm still pretty new at this. I don't think anybody over there knows I'm alive at this point, that I do anything like this. So no, I've not been asked to be in any of that. Would be awesome though. You know, the thing keeps growing. Maybe next year, the channel keeps going up and stuff like that. But no, I'm not going to be featured as theirs. Let's see. Is the Infinity Drill that I was talking about? I need 9 quintillion power, and I want to get there. Wow. Okay. I don't think I've ever used the Infinity Drill. No, I can say that I have not. Trailblazer is a mode for RuneScape. Oh, okay. Gotcha. What Android parts do I need to get to give to the mad scientist? I've never given any parts to a mad scientist. What is it you need to give to a mad? What are you trying to do with a mad scientist? That's not an advancement. So again, if it's not an advancement, I usually haven't needed to do it. All right, I'm about to give up on this. We don't get one here in a minute. I flew past 50 of these things before. There's one. That's one right there. Okay. We're not too far off. All right. To become an android, you do not have to give anybody anything to become an android. To become an android, you just have to take a pill. If you do a search for in the JEI at symbol Matter Overdrive, there will be several different pills. One pill turns you into an android, one pill turns you back into a human, and the third one just resets your android abilities so you can reallocate your points differently. You do not have to have a mad scientist or anything for that. You just turn right into an android. I'm one already. Easiest way to get android points is just a mob farm. If you build a standard mob farm in an area where they spawn at all, that's usually the easiest route. Or you could just farm them in the nether. They're all over the nether. If you can fly, zipping around the nether, just chop them up. What does the mad scientist do? Nothing, actually. I mean, nothing important in this one anyways. It's just not needed. We're almost there. To get the legendary ones, again, they drop from legendary androids. So it's just a matter of the androids drawing. If you can get a farm going where they spawn well, you're usually okay. Oop, I lost my mouse there. Yeah. Like I said, I have just a regular mob farm, and I've got stacks of legendary parts. It doesn't take long. And of course, they're all different, so you want to check them out, see which one you like the best stat-wise, but they're not hard to get a hold of. Here we are. All goes well. Yes, I'm not being hurt anymore. Okay, good. So now we have to go up here, fight Super Draven, and get his pickaxe. Hello, kitties. All right. Where is Super Draven? Come on out. There he is. Hey, Super Draven. I need that pickaxe, buddy. Oh, Super Draven with armor. I need that pickaxe. Back up. Stop hitting me. I want your pickaxe. Take your sword as well. All right, there we go. Giant pickaxe. Woohoo! Okay, the giant pickaxe is what I need to get in here. Let's see. Yeah, he turns you into but it's not necessary. What gun am I using? I'm using a plasma rifle or phaser rifle. The only things I have on it are a scope, a color module that makes it blue, just because I like the blue one, and then what else did I add? Scope. Oh, and then a maximum size battery, so it has more power. That's a badass suit. All right, this giant axe is what you need to break open this big obsidian. Get into all these chests. Why is there a skeleton in here? You jerk. That up. Those. Missed something. What's that? Melon seeds. I really didn't need that. Grab that. There it is. So that's what I need. The lamp of cinders. Some trollstein. There we go. I wish for more burning. That gave me the troll one. So that's it. I've beaten all the bosses now. I just have to go around and do the little mini side stuff. A lot of that I can do later. Excellent. That was the kind of the final thing. Actually, technically after this, you should go fight the Ghast, but I already beat him. So easy sauce. Yeah, so this is my gun. I changed it blue because blue is better. Hello, Xylon. And hello, Patches. Hello, sweetie. Kitties are freaked out, like I said. We're not normally gone all day, so. Saw YouTube become an android by using the mad scientist and not using the pills. It's possible, I believe, if you look at, like, you know, the original version of everything before, like, Sky Factory 4, that was how it was intended. But in Sky Factory 4, you do not need to. Because making the pills are much easier in Sky Factory 4 than I think they are in Matter of Drive, because you can get some of the materials much easier. That blood? Oh, no, I put some redstone down. It's like, did I bleed on the ground? How the hell did that happen? All right. Nuclear fissure faster or is a black hole faster? Black hole's faster to make, and you can crank it up pretty hard. Fission is pretty smooth once you get the whole thing built out. I just have one corner right now, and will supply a ton. I just haven't turned it on because I haven't needed it yet. But if you fill this thing up, it'll make an ungodly amount of power. The fusion reactor is way harder to mess with, just because it's the size of it is so. If you don't do it perfectly, it just messes everything up. I have a heck of a time. I've only successfully built the maximum size fusion one time because it sucks. And I need to try it again. All right, so today we need to do the glitch. All right, what is it, kitty? Yes. Let's see here. Just turned it on Android today and built a wither spawner with your tutorial. Oh, excellent. Hopefully that worked out well for you. Very cool. How do you make the pills? All right, I can help you there. So let's jump into our JEI. Do a search for pill. Down here, so the red pill is what turns you into an android. All you need is a combiner, which isn't hard to make. You're going to combine it with lithium dust and a redstone carrot. Those are the two things that make the pill. Redstone carrot's just a carrot and redstone. That's super easy. Lithium dust, if you have a laser drill, you probably have at least a little bit of lithium by now. If not, you can mine it in Twilight and I think Lost Cities. And then the combiner itself, it takes a little bit of the reinforced alloys. Once you start messing with those, it's a little bit time consuming, but it's not super hard to make. Let's see. Lead in Minecraft. I wish you could. That'd be funny. You can, but you need a mod like Arc. That's correct. You can make the faster. It's not that it's faster. You can make it create more power. When you throw blocks of diamonds and other things into the black hole will get bigger and produce more and more power. The downside is if you make it too big, it can just destroy the thing that's holding it. Or worse, it's going to destroy anything you have running power. Because if you put a flux plug or some type of connector to it to be able to get the energy, the black hole will keep breaking that, which means you've got no way to get the energy out. So you don't want to make it too big or you're not going to be able to use it. That's kind of the catch-22 of it there. Let's see. I'm going to what things do I need to make to survive and allocate XP? All right, so to get started on that, and in case you need it, I do have a tutorial called Introduction to Matter Overdrive. That'll kind of cover this. You've got to make an inscriber just to be able to get going. But the only two things you really need is a charging station, that's this here, and an Android station. Neither one of them are very hard to make. The charging station is what is going to power you whenever you get close to it. It has a range of 8 blocks. It'll also recharge your gun if you're using it. But you can use any type of wireless charger on a regular RF. Like I've got a wireless charger here. The wireless charger has a bigger range, but it doesn't charge you quite as fast. So if you've lost a lot of life, a lot of power, you may want to run over close to it to let it charge up. The Android station, that's where you get to allocate your abilities using experience points. So you can buy the abilities you want to have as you're moving your way through. Again, nothing super expensive, hard to make. It's just some of the basic stuff. The inscriber is the first thing you need to make in order to do any of these things. But after that, you really don't need anything else. I have a weapon station. That's just so I can customize my weapons. That's where you'll add on different modifiers or components to make your weapon either look differently. I had the blue module. Give it a battery so it has more power. I like the scope because it's handy. You can add things on here that will change the type of bullets it runs as well. So here's all my Android parts. So I've got snipers, Omni tools, shotguns. I got a lot of phaser rifles. I try to specifically go after ones that are glowing. That just means they've got a little bit of extra ability, like an enchantment. But a lot of these are legendary parts. Every one of these has just come from my normal mob farm here in the world. It drops them like crazy. Okay, so let's see. What else I missed? If I remember when I played, I had so much stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's what I have. Have a laser drill. Yeah, laser drill should give you lithium eventually. Not super fast, but all you need is 4. And if you get 4, you can make a lithium seed in mystical agriculture. I recommend that. And then you can just plant 1, let it build up a little, and use those to build a second one, a third one, and so on. So those are pretty easy. You're welcome, Badger. Draven doing tutorials on live stream. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. That's how you go into a new dimension. Yes, I'm doing a playthrough of Sky Factory 4, but I'm trying to answer as many questions for folks as I can when they pop in. If I can, anyways. What am I playing? Sky Factory 4? Oh, someone answered that already. Just joined the stream. When you say black hole, do you mean a gravitational anomaly, or is there another black hole? We're talking about the gravitational anomaly. That is correct. Lithium truffle. That's correct. If you have a lithium hog, you can start making hoggity stuff as well, which I need to work on that. Where'd my gun go? Oh, I was like, how did my gun turn into an egg? I left it in my weapon station. My bad. Yes, kitty. I know. This kitty has just been extra cuddly today. And she's my wife's kitty. She likes my wife way more than me. I don't know why she's been hanging around with me all day. All right, let me put the book in here because we're not going away for a little while. Are we getting any truffles? Oh, poo. I made a boo-boo. I just realized that I'm auto-packaging my truffles, and I have to pick up the truffle in order to get credit for the truffle. So, in case you're doing that advancement, which is this one, every day I'm truffling. You actually have to pick up the truffle to do that. I have it set up now where it's auto compacting them. That's my bad. That is totally my bad. So I'm going to have to turn that off for a minute and let them build up so that way I can make sure I get all 6 of them. These guys, can't get agriculture yet because I'm doing prestige mode. Yep, that'll do it. And trying to get Project E with the Parabox. Yes, Parabox is nice. Just the regular one's phenomenal, but the powered one's even better. Kind of places where guns turn into... If I could hatch the egg and there was a gun inside of it, that would be awesome. All right, so we need to do some more piggies today. We need to get that truffle in advancement. Let's take a look at the advancements and see which one we want to work on. So we've got the truffling advancement. The black hole and black hole unit are already automated, so I'm not really worried about them. They're going. We could go ahead and make a spawner. Filing cabinet's already working. I've got to mess with those off camera. We've got chocolate and s'mores. I could build the... I'm going to do a compact machine that auto compresses netherrack and sugar cane for those advancement. So what do you guys think? Should I do the compact machines for the auto compressed these things? Should I work on the spawner stuff, more piggies? What would you guys like to see today? Let me get back here. Can you get Project E without prestige? You cannot. It's unlocked specifically through that. Does stacking multiple pigs in one spot work correctly? I mean, it can, as long as each one has a specific, the correct ground to stand on. Like this guy has to have, well, grass. This guy has to have stone. This guy has to have sand. As long as the pig is standing on the right thing, it will make the truffle that you need. So you can have multiple of them if you want. I usually just use one. I do them in rows of 6 on purpose because a packager will do 6 different items. So if I do 6, I never have to worry about clogging. Just an easy way to avoid that. So I'll have rows of 6, each one with its own specific packager, and then that packager is going to kick stuff directly into my inventory, so I never have to see the truffles. It just automatically goes into my inventory the way that it's supposed to. I am going to go ahead and grab all these again because there's one in there I didn't have before. Help. Let's see. Compact stuff, someone says. Okay, use a command game name, you can get Project outside. Right, yeah, I mean, if there are ways, definitely there are things. I mean, if you're trying to like play through it and earn it kind of thing. That's correct. I mean, there's usually a code that'll do about anything for you, but thank you. That is correct, Skull. Let's see. So we spawner. Got a couple for compact machines. Okay. Let's, the compact machine shouldn't take too long. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long at all. Let's knock out one of those, then I'll do the spawner, then I'll do the other compact machine. Do you know how to dupe items? No. The duplication, the one that I've always used, has been fixed, as patched over in the most update. I'm told there's a couple of other ones. I've not researched them yet, so I can't tell you whether or not they work. But the primary one I use, which is a wireless item transfer node in a filing cabinet, that one has been fixed. So, just as an example. All right, so let's build a compact machine. I should have the stuff for one. I do. Grab a block of emerald. I do. And I will need a ender pearl. Go. Oh. All right, let's get this built. Wow, all over the place today. So yes, today has been a, like I said, as I was saying earlier, a bit of a rough day. The drive to Nashville and back was relatively painful just because of the medical stuff I'm going through right now. So 3 to 3.5 hours drive each direction was pretty crappy. And then I got home, took a quick nap. Then we had to go and spend a whole lot of money I didn't want to spend on new phones. So it's been a funky day, but really excited about the charity stream on Sunday. I think you guys, if you come by, are going to have a really good time. We're going to be playing a lot of games. I'm going to do some Minecraft, of course. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to do in Minecraft yet. I don't know if it'll be Sky Factory or something else. But we're going to definitely have some Minecraft in there. We'll play Jackbox in a couple different segments. So if you don't make it to one, you'll have a chance to make it to the others. Let's see, 1, 2, 4. And then We're going to play some GTA. Anybody who likes to play GTA, want to jump in and do some races or death matches with us? If you go to the social club for Rockstar, Draven's Dragons is a crew. Join the crew, you'll get invites. I'm gonna post a schedule up tomorrow, tentative schedule of what time I'm going to be doing different things. Okay, that's done. Toss that bad boy in there. All right. So yeah, I'll have a tentative schedule for stuff because I'm doing a 24-hour stream, and YouTube does not let you stream for more than 12 hours. That's the longest it'll let you stream, and then it stops recording. I'm going to pre-set up 3 8-hour streams. That way, if we're in the middle of a game and it runs to like 8.5 hours, once that ends, we can go ahead and switch to the next stream, and they're already set, ready to go. People know where to go. But I've got, instead of just doing 2 12s, I'd hate to be at the end of 12 and in the middle of like a Jackbox game or something, and we lose a bit of that. So by doing 3 8s, that gives us some overflow time in case we need it. So I'll have that all set up. Let's see what we got here. Why don't you make an ME system? I did make an ME system. I hate it, to be honest with you. ME system, don't like it. Drastically prefer simple storage. Way better. Personal preference, of course. Change your name, nothing happened. Ooh, that I don't know much about. Use Nexus 69. That I'm not familiar with. New phones. Oh, no, we got new phones. The only problem is I got a phone I didn't want. I wanted the iPhone 12 Pro, but they're completely out of stock everywhere and are going to be till the end of the month. So I had to get an iPhone 12 standard. I really wanted a better camera because eventually I'm hoping to be able to do, maybe go to conventions and meet some of you folks. I'd like to be able to film that and have a good camera. Or if I'm like traveling and at a hotel, and I can maybe jump into a laptop and do some streams remotely. So my mother-in-law is going to take my wife's old iPhone 7 Plus temporarily because she's got a 6. No, she's got a standard 7. And then around the first of the year, I'm probably going to get a 12 Max. I'm going to give my mother-in-law my new 12. So I'll still get one of the bigger phones. It'll just be after the holidays. Let's see. Sorry to hear it, Draven, but new phones say streaming after. Oh, no, I'm happy to. Again, I apologize because of all the running around. I will very likely need to run to the restroom once or twice during the stream because I'll be honest with you, I'm in quite a bit of pain from all the walking around and stuff I had to do today, and the medication's not helping. So I may jet out of here for just a minute to use the restroom or so, but I promise I will be back. Sky Factory 3. Now, that's an idea. I could do a bunch of Sky Factory 3 stuff during that. That would probably work. Hello, Greek Sheep. G'day. And hello, Lost Crack Spots. Good day. All right. So, I was building my... There it is. I got that. Okay. So now I'm going to need... What was I doing? Let's do sugarcane first. So I'm going to need some redstone clocks. So let's make some of them. 2. That's a good start. Take all those. 22 may not be enough. We'll start with that. All right, I'm going to need some snad. I already have 40. Very excellent. I'm going to need a bucket. I have a bucket of, that's lava. Wrong bucket. Bucket of water. There we go. That'll work. Make sure that's full. Okay. What else am I going to need? I'm going to need a harvester. I'm going to need to spell harvester correctly. There we go. Harvester for the win. I'm going to need some... How am I going to run power to it? I'll use a combustion. Use a combustion generator. Those are pretty easy. Yeah, combustion generator. I don't need a lot of power for this, so it should be fine. There's a combustion generator. Upgraded combustion generator. We'll do some modifiers. One stack should be enough. Even if we only get a partial stack, 33 is enough. That'll be fine. We'll need cables. So let's pull up cables. Cable. I will need energy extraction cables. I will not need fluid cables, so I'm good there. I will need item cables. I don't think that's going to be enough. Make a couple item extraction cables. Droppers. Bloop, bloop. Extraction cables. That'll do. A few more of these. Oh, don't have any stairs. May not have any bricks left. Oh, I do. Brick. Is a brick house. Sorry. I always forget. No, don't sing on stream. All right, there we go. All right, so that's... Now I'm going to need packagers. How many packagers do I need? I think it's 6. I might be wrong on that. I think it's 6. What do I need here? Light blue dye. Packagers. Made 16. That should do. All right, let me go back here a little bit. Make sure I'm not missing too much stuff here. Supremium is the best. You are correct. I love Supremium. Bucket. I agree. Am I the only one that can't just hear the word bucket? No, I'm the same way. Every time. I get you completely, Arset. Do you have Supremium automated yet? I remember you started automating it, but I don't know if you finished. I didn't do Supremium. I mean, I did Superium, but it's the exact same thing. Like, it's literally just, let's go in there. I'm talking about it. I'll take a look real quick. So, Supremium, it's the same thing. You're basically just going to have you want to have tier 4 or tier 5 at least. You can do tier 6, but tier 4 or tier 5 should be fine. You can need your power source. I'm using combustion. Harvester harvests them and moves them into here. Then it moves them into the first auto crafter, which makes it into one level, kicks those into here, makes it the orange one, kicks it to here, makes it the blue. All you have to do is add one more at the top and it'll make it Supremium. I usually have one compact machine for everyone, just so I don't have to do the boring part of converting them as needed. But you can, you could just have just Supremium and break it down when you need them. But all you gotta do is add one more auto crafter to this sequence and you'd be fine. Let's see. HTV Auto Matter went through millions of RF in like 2 hours. Woo, that's a lot. Right. Okay, good stuff. So now let's go ahead and build a compact machine. Let's go up top in case I'm sure I'm forgetting something that I will need later. Compact machine. Draven says go. All right. I already remember what I forgot. Going back out. Good Lord. Didn't take long. I'm going to need some actual building material. Let's grab some wood real quick. That should be fine. Grab a couple stacks of that. Where's my gadget? Building gadget. There it is. Thank you. Whew. Struggle. Draven is riding the struggle bus today. Is there use for Insanium other than the bucket? No, there is not, unfortunately. I don't even ever make Insanium. I mean, the bucket, I just make 2 Supremium buckets, and it's fine. You can make it just to have it. But again, I'm kind of capricious. If there's no advancement for it, I usually don't make it. That's just kind of my thing. What am I doing? I do not need that much. Thank you. 3 should be enough. Right? See if I can remember the pattern I need to make this work. I can't remember. Does Snad need water? I can't remember if Snad needs water. I want to say it does. Oops. That. Space up there, I did. Oop. 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 Ah, good. Got Snad Falls. That's good. That's going to work there. Okay. And in theory, this should work. I'm off by 1, but that's fine. Extra one. I'm going to do that one, so I need here, 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 here. Oh, no. Here and here. Okay, so that's going to work for my clocks. Those are going to go down to 0 tick. Crank all those down. The point is to make as much as possible. I just remembered what else I forgot, dang it. That's right. Make as much sugarcane as possible, as quickly as possible. So the redstone clocks will cause it to grow super fast. The Snad also has the increased boost on it, which is nice. Then a harvester is going to be grabbing it all and shoving it into packagers. This is the one situation where a packager will work and you don't have to worry about an auto crafter, because the only thing you get is sugarcane. So you don't have to worry about anything else getting in there and clogging up the system. Snad doesn't need water. I can't remember if it does or not. I want to say it might. I don't remember. If it does, that's okay. I mean, the clocks I've got now are going to be more than enough to handle what I need. You can do multi-levels of this, but it really doesn't serve you well. Because if you do a single level, it's just going to grow higher anyways, so it's usually fine. I do multi-tiers on a lot of stuff, but not everything. So I did forget some stuff, of course, because I'm Draven. It works. Go ahead and get some of this water out. I'm going to need more than one bucket anyways, so. Fill this up. I'll go fill up the bucket while I'm out there. My wife and I were jamming to some 80s music today. That's what we normally listen to when we're together. It's one of the few musics that we both enjoy. And there's some 80s music that I like that she doesn't, and vice versa. She likes a lot of the British new wave stuff that I do not enjoy. And I like some of the ballady stuff like Journey and stuff that she does not enjoy. So it's always funny when a song comes on one of us hates and then the other one starts jamming to it and we're like, well, I can't turn it off. She likes it too much. Dang it. But kind of funny. Oops. There. Let's see. Hello, trying to catch up to the stream so I can follow along better. So you were live, just stop. Say hi. Well, hello, Terry. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Oops, wrong one. Let's see here. Are you getting the sugarcane for the octuple compressed? That's correct. Yeah, that's what this is going to be. I'm out of water, though. So that's okay. We had to go back out anyways. Yeah, this is going to be for the compressed. Let's see. So first of all, I need more water. And I'm going to need... Good. Got enough Supremium, I can make a couple more bucks. Oh, let's grab those. That. Right, buckets are good. I forgot to build the stuff for the combustion. I'm going to need some chests. Have those. I will need some hopping bonsais. Those. I'll need mulch. Blue mulch. Excellent. And I'll need some saplings. Spelled that wrong. Saplings. We'll go with classic old dirt. And then I'm going to need a stack of wood. Excellent. Okay. Kingsman's a good movie. I haven't seen the second one. Never got a chance to see the second one. No reason why, just haven't. Draven also realized he didn't bring any sugarcane, which kind of eliminates the whole point. You'll notice I have a lot, but that's because I've been growing sugarcane this whole time since the beginning to kind of prepare for this. Because I'm going to be loading some sugarcane into this as well to help speed up the process. How absurd is the nuclear fission reactor when it's finished? Oh yeah, fission's delicious. I thoroughly enjoy it. Let's finish filling this up and find out where we're missing blocks. It's good. Some blocks will auto complete once you get the right one. Come on, get up there. Let's see, any currents here? That one wasn't done. That one wasn't done. That one. That one. That one's done. That one's done. One. That one. Come on, get up. One. Okay. There. Good, that's good. There. There. Obviously one in there. Current. That it? Yes, everything is a source block. Oh, no, missed one. Ha. Sneaky bastard. There we go. Now everything's a source block. Okay, good stuff. So, next is our harvester. Let's get that put in here. Let's see here. I want numbers. Oh, chocolate milkshake. My one true love. Don't tell my wife I said that. Right, so we'll do that. And then I'm going to need... Yeah. Should have brought an overflow chest. Nah, this will be fine. I did forget to bring other things. I'm definitely going to be running out of here a couple of times because I keep messing up and forgetting things, but that's all right. Generator first. There. That gets my upgrade stacks. Energy extraction cable is going to go there. Then chests, which are going to go here. Yes. Item extraction cable. There. One's here. This one is going to maximum length whitelist wood. This one's going to maximum speed blacklist wood. Wood in there to get it going. And then these, that, and that will get us start building up some power. Mulch, sapling. And now we'll go grab something I forgot real quick. Let's see. There's a space before the dot because YouTube doesn't link links. That is true. That is true. Yeah, links are turned off on a lot of streamers just to protect the stream as well. Because unfortunately, some people put malicious links in there sometimes. I have seen people fall prey. I'm here for a trash void. Oh. Void. Let's see. Is when you were making amber, you would right-click the stack to try and even out the grid. Kind of. I think so, if I remember correctly. That goes there. That's going to get rid of all the crap. And all the wood will go in there. Already maximum full of power. Most delicious. All right, so now we need more item extraction cable. Going to come off of there. I forgot chests. No, I don't need chests. What am I thinking? These. Yep. Can't remember if that's how many it is. We'll assume. And I need these. All right, that's going to power all of those. And in theory, the first thing will come in. Once it makes a full one, it'll go to the second one. Second one's come in, get a full one, go to the third, yada, yada, yada. You don't have to do a lot of other stuff. Let's get some sugarcane growing. See if this works. Maybe forgetting a step. For some reason, I feel like I'm forgetting a step. Like I may have the clocks in the wrong spot. Because they're in the corner and not touching adjacent, they may not work. I think that's going to be my problem. I think being in the, not actually being next to them is going to be the issue. And that is the case. So I've got the clocks in the wrong spot, unfortunately. So what I'm going to have to do instead is I'm going to have to put clocks like this. I mean more clocks, but it's fixable. It's every other spot. I couldn't remember the pattern. I had to jump in and check here. Make the pattern, then click the mouse wheel and leave it out, like sort of like chess. Right. So I need here. This will take just a few minutes to fix my boo-boo. Won't need that one, that one, that one, that one. Breaking them all because water should automatically go in and fill the holes, so I don't have to re-water them. I may want one more component. Not gathering them. Some of them are hitting the ground because it's growing too fast. One other thing I can do to fix that. We'll fix that in a minute once I get the clocks up and going. So it's still going to be 3 clocks. Just going to have to set them in the right spot. 3 clocks per row. Well, I also got to be careful that I don't want too much to grow at once, because that ends up becoming a problem as well. Because it becomes too much even for the system. Come on, grow. There. I have to make a couple more, so I want to see if I've got enough. Oh, that's wrong spot. Draven failed. Lots of fail for Draven. Break. Again, I just realized I'm talking in third person. I don't know why I keep doing that. All right. No, I got enough. That'll work. This will work for now. I did it again. Okay. All right. Now I got to fix them so that they're the right speed. And then there's one last component I'm going to have to go out and build. And then that'll make it much better. Filing cabinets cause lag. They can, but if you put them inside a compact machine, that is no longer an issue. So you can put your entire simple storage inside of a cabinet. I don't have a problem with cabinets, but again, if you have all of your saplings sitting on top of cabinets, then it could be the saplings that are growing that are causing lag because of all the visual movements that you're seeing. So again, to avoid that, you can put it all inside of a compact machine, so that way you don't have to see any of it. That's most of the time what I do. I like to put all my stuff inside the compact machine. Number one, it's less room taken up in your base, which is nice. Wish there was just a minus everything button. And watch me. I'm saying that you guys are probably going to tell me where one is, but there's just one button I could click and take it to minimum. Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's the same thing. You can put any storage you like inside of a compact machine, and that'll eliminate lag and just the amount of space that it takes. I'm not going to bother with this one just because I don't have any problem with lag, but in previous build on my old computer, definitely had to. Why is my channel named Only Draven? I actually chatted about that a little earlier, but I'll say it again for people who just popped in. Many years ago, when I was creating my very first email address, many years, because remember, I'm very old. I wanted to use Draven. Eric Draven is the main character from the movie The Crow, which is my favorite movie. And if you didn't know that, The Crow is the Minecraft skin that I use. That's the Crow guy under that armor there. So when I was creating my first email, every version of Draven I could think of was already taken. So a friend of mine said, hey, a coworker said, you should do Only Draven. And I said, okay, why? He said, because you're the only dumbass I know who gives a shit about that movie, which I thought was funny. So I was like, all right. And so I put that in, and sure enough, it worked. And I've been using it ever since. So that's kind of how it came on there. Double click to 60 and type 0. See, I knew there was going to be an easier way, and it just never crossed my mind. You totally can. You're 100% correct. Never crossed my mind. Not a super guy over here. All right, so let's see. So we're going to put an item collector on there. Oh, we're going to try. Come on. Go. Item collector, which doesn't need any power source. We'll need extraction cables. That is the wrong extraction cable. There they are. These guys. I don't want to feed it into that. Do I? Do I? No. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, let's feed it this way. Or. There. Item collector. Look, as you can see, it automatically started picking up all the extras. Which is way faster than what the harvester can do. It's just going to start spitting those in there really quickly. And then that's going to go to the second one. That'll go to the third. That'll go to the fourth. Okay. Now, the only issue I may run into is this cable running into the next to these if I need to. But I've got some options for that as well. So do I have any more packagers? I do. I'm going to make a couple more packagers because I don't think I have enough here. So we're going to do that. Let me get the packagers. Get power to that. Make sure that we're not going to go in any way that's going to block or connect with that other thing. I don't want these to go out of order. That. There. Let's see, that should be low enough that that's not a problem. Yes, I'm going to put packager there. Packager there. That may be more than I really need. That may be more than 8, but again, worst case scenario, right? And we'll grab some power. There. Those will get power as they are needed. Some of this stuff which is going to fall over here, the collector's not going to get. But I'm not too worried about that. I mean, Lord knows it's getting enough, right? Like it's full. Stacks of these in there so they don't get wasted. And oh yeah, transfer speed. You are very correct. Thank you very much. Very good idea. Very good idea. I forgot all about that. You are 100% on the money there. Get over here so I can get... I'm stuck. Go around. That is a very good idea. Thank you very much for reminding me. I'd completely forgotten. One is already done. These later ones aren't going to be as bad because the further in it goes, the slower it'll be transferring anyways. Still doesn't hurt. Get that one? I can. That up. That up. That up. I think that's enough. If not, I can always come back and add one more later. Let's see. How close are we? Got some there. Got some there. We're already up to quadruple. That should be quintuple, septuple, oct. Yeah, I think I've got one extra one. Let's see. What else have we got? One of the sugarcane is not growing. That bastard. Which one is it? Oh, you're right. I broke that by accident. Thank you very much. I broke that one while I was replacing. Look at all the sugarcane that's down in here. Because the item collector is so full, it just can't pick it up. I mean, I love that. I mean, that's people are like, you can put more in there. Yeah, but I mean, I'd have to have 2 item collectors. But then this machine wouldn't be able to really handle that much more. As you can see, I'm already filling it up. So, that it's not too hard to get this going pretty quick. All right, are they all growing? Those are growing, those are growing, those are growing, those are growing, those are growing. There we go. Everything's growing now. Good stuff. Ooh, on the back of the collector. Yes, I did get that one. Thank you much. Let's see. What is the use of automating that? Is it an achievement? Yes, there is an achievement to get octuple compressed sugarcane. So that's sugarcane compressed 8 times. So this compressed it once, twice, third, so on and so forth. It can take a very long time if you don't automate it. You could do it manually if you wanted to just build up all the sugarcane inside your inventory and then go through and just do it yourself manually. But this way, it just auto-compress it. I come out later, and as soon as I grab it out of the packager, I've got the achievement for getting it. So that's a very easy, like I said, this is an easy one to do. Netherrack, we also have to do the same thing with. It takes longer. It doesn't grow quite as fast, but this one is pretty good. And this one, I'm not going to give a tunnel or have it exiting out or anything because I don't need it to. I want to, well, let's let it do its thing. That, so we can move it somewhere a little bit better. Where'd it go? Set this guy right here for now. Set another rack right next to it. All right. If you guys don't mind, give me just a second. I got to run to the restroom real quick. I will be right back and we'll continue on. Give me just a minute. I come walking out. Them cats go running to where the cat treats are. Not time. All right. So what am I making right now? Going back to Toggle show area on the collector. Yeah, so there's this. Again, that's what it looks like. It's going to be working all inside. And that is going to be compressing sugarcane for me. So that advancement, which can take a long time, will be done relatively quickly. Will the machine work in your inventory? It will not, that I know of. I do not believe so. I believe it does have to be placed in the world for it to work. Never tested it. It would be possible to test it. I'd have to look into it, but it's something we could always look at. All right. So yeah, it takes a lot of sugarcane. So we have to do the same thing with Netherrack. Netherrack is annoying because, of course, nothing makes it quite as fast. But there are Netherrack seeds, nether seeds, which are usually the easiest way to grow it. It's just going to take a lot more work than just a standard one. I'm going to have to do a triple level Netherrack farm. So yeah, we'll get started on that here. All right, so we need another compact machine. Let's see if we've got enough stuff to make one. We do not. We're going to have to go make some more components. Iron blocks, redstone. There. We'll need a lot of this stuff later, so need just a few more. These quick. Some more. And I think it's the same amount for Netherrack as it is sugarcane. Thank you, Sakura, for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming by. And thank you all for coming by and hanging out today. I appreciate you all swinging by and spending your evening with old pal Draven. Yes, I'm looking at you, kitties. If you are having a good time, please remember to click the like button. But most importantly, please remember to hit subscribe and that little bell symbol so you can get notified anytime our streams or videos pop up. Hello, kitty. Let's see. Where's that milkshake from? Arby's. We went to Arby's while we were on the way home, and I grabbed these little sliders. They are phenomenal. They're cold now. I'm going to have to eat them a little bit later when they warm up, but I got to streaming and chatting, and they got cold on me. But the milkshake, they have a very good chocolate milkshake. Thank you, Crazy Gamer, for the follow. Appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. Excellent. How many have I got? 64, 64. That's enough. I still didn't bring everything I need, but that's close enough. 5. Block of emerald. Those. There. Don't need to press anymore. Hello, Patches. Yes, headbutting me. I know. I like you too. Can you teach me how to automate graphite? I sure can. Actually, that's kind of what we're going to be doing here in a moment. Once I make this, I'm going to be automating some different things. There are graphite seeds. Mystical agriculture. That's how you want it. That's the fastest way to do it. You can use different machines to crush things and break it up and then convert it into manufactory. But to be honest with you, the fastest way is just to have an auto farm with graphite seeds. Then it just turns into the graphite as you need it. That's what I have running right now. We'll take a look at it here in just a moment. Right, that one. Ah! Boo. Grab those so I don't leave them around. We go here. All right, and then all I need is an ender pearl. There we are. All right, that's going on. Clean out a bunch of this stuff so we can better prepare ourselves for the next journey. All right, well, that's going to take a minute. So, where's my graphite? It's over here. So, for me, graphite is set up the same way as every one of these. What I do is I get a compact machine. Where's my graphite one? There it is. And I make a triple layer farm inside of a compact machine. I use a combustion generator, you'll see down here, which is fueled by a couple trees with some good mulch. Combustion generator feeds a harvester. And yeah, I can go in. Yeah, we'll go and take a look here. Sure. So again, we'll just look at bottom level because they're all the same. So basically you got a chest here. Wood is moved over into your compact machine via whitelist. Everything else goes into the trash void because you don't need it. That's what's going to power your harvester. I do 2, 2, 1, 2, 2 for dirt. I fill them with seeds. These are all graphite seeds. And then I cover the water with sprinklers. Sprinklers are, forgetting the word. The more you use, the better it is. I'm forgetting the word for that all of a sudden. And then stackable, probably one thing. So with this here, with the harvester, it feeds items into this chest. So the reason I use a chest in between is 2 reasons. Every mystical agriculture gives you the essence of what you're growing, but it also will occasionally give you a pink essence. And that pink essence, you need to filter it so it goes past your autocrafter, or else it will eventually build up here and clog your autocrafter. So the pink essence, either you need, if you want the pink essence, you can do what I do, which is just kind of make it skip the autocrafter. And then your autocrafter essence goes into here, makes you your graphite. So the pink essence and the graphite, as you can see, are both right here in this chest. And they exit out through a tunnel. If you don't want the pink, which you don't have to, I mean, you're going to get way more than you'll ever need. You can have this same setup, but instead of a hose going around, just stick a trash void there and it'll delete them all for you. And so this will go ahead and this will farm you graphite at a very, very fast rate. Now, I do one in each level, and I do 3 different crops. This one is Enderium, and I want to say this one's, what is this? Invar. That's Invar. And eventually I'll fill them up if I need them, but and they all pump out the same thing over there. But you can do 3 levels of the same crop if you want just a ton of them. Let's see. Which would you use, Flux Plug or Flux Point, or the GPS thing for energy? I like the GPS thing. That's just me. I like the GPS thing because it goes to batteries. I wire them to a battery. The battery will hold a lot of charge, so if something happens and your energy goes down for any reason, or something happens and you have one machine on one battery that drains all your power storage, all the other machines will still have their batteries to work on for a while. Just a way of kind of having a backup. The pink essence works just like bone meal. You can use it to grow mystical farms faster. So let's use that as an example. Here. Grab some of that. So you saw, real quick, you saw how much I had there. I had 1 floor of graphite, and I've had it running probably about a day. I'm sitting on 24,000 graphite. I didn't have to take coal. I didn't have to crush it down. I didn't have to change anything else. It's once I get that set up, it just auto feeds into my system because, again, I have the items coming out into a wireless transfer node, which then goes into a chest and feeds directly into my simple storage. So I never have to worry about it again. I can just pull out all the graphite I want. The graphite is going into a folder, which will hold millions, so I never got to worry about running out of room either. Just completely done. But the pink essence, which is fertilized essence, as you can see, I have 93,000 of that. You're never going to need that. You can trash void it. I just always have a habit of carrying it over. Say I got some of this stuff, you can use it on mystical, and as you see, it's just like bone meal, it speed grows things. So you can use it the same way. I don't know if it works on other crops. It does. You can use it just like bone meal. It works on grass too. And I'm going to clean that up or it's going to drive me crazy. Ah! Like a hole. Not cool. Not cool at all. Come on, Draven. Stop messing up the yard. Yes. So, yeah, it works just like bone meal. For growth purposes, it will not replace bone meal in recipes, though. You can't put that in a recipe where you would normally use a bone meal. So there's that. But yeah, the pink stuff is pretty good. Let me see here. Is a way to make sprinklers faster than regular crafting them? No. But it doesn't take a lot to make a bunch at once. I'll show you. I don't really need them, but I've got the stuff to spare. So let's go. You know you're going to need bone, right? Bone is the bottom thing. I've got 747. But let's just say we want to make a bunch of bone. Make a ton of bone. You're good to go. I'm going to show you. Well, you may not be doing it this way. This is quicker. You know you're going to need a lot of bars. First, you're going to need to type bars, which I did not do. So you need a bunch of bars. So you get your iron. Make a bunch of iron, right? So that's super easy. The hardest part is putting the bucket in and out. So what you want is you want to grab a Supremium bucket, because a Supremium bucket holds 32 things of water. So now when you do a sprinkler, click on sprinkler, put your bucket in there, there's 32. Then you just fill this up again, put it back in there, 32 more. Way faster than trying to do them one at a time with a regular bucket. Go back in, set that in there, 32. I got a stack of sprinklers that took 3 minutes. So, or less. That probably took a minute and a half, to be honest with you. But I mean, as long as you got bone and iron built up and you make yourself enough Supremium to make one bucket, you can make those pretty fast. Which I was going to need those soon anyway, so that'll work. Can you make the world file for your Skype world available to download after you finish? Sure, I can do that. I don't see why not. Anybody wants to jump in here and play with the stuff that I've done, I'd be happy to do that for you. Automate black iron. Don't think I've ever used black. Let's take a look at it. I don't remember the recipe for it. Hello, Patches. Yes, it's not time for kitty treats. You're being annoying. Let's see. So we wanted black iron. All right. What is it we're using black iron for? Just so I have an idea of what we're looking for. Black dye powder, pulverized coal, charcoal. Yeah, I've never had to make that much black iron. There's no singularity for it. Is there something you need a lot of black iron for? Back to episode 5 so I can follow along better. Okay, all right, Terry. Appreciate it. What happens if your compact machine without a remote? You can't go into a compact machine without a remote. I just got rid of my remote. Now when I go over to a compact machine, the button or the option to go inside is gone. So you cannot get inside without having the remote. That said, there is still one way you could screw yourself. And that is if you go in there and accidentally toss your remote inside of a trash void. I'm not saying that because I've made that mistake many times. But yes, if you do that, you're kind of boned. The only thing you could do at that point is to go into creative and give yourself an overworld cake or another shrinking device to get yourself back out. But normally you can't get in without one. As long as you don't do something to destroy it inside, you're fine. Let's see. Oh, you meant tough alloy. Tough alloy I can show. You prick. Get out of here. All right. So tough alloy, as long as you have the 3 materials needed for it, which are steel, grab 5 of those, and boron, which again, all of these I have growing in a compact machine, right? That's how Draven rolls with just about everything. Everything goes in compact machines as much as possible. And the last thing you're going to need is lithium. So I'll grab 5 of those. Right? So this is how I set mine up. You got an alloy furnace and you got an alloy furnace. You got a chest. These 2 chests feed into one. This chest feeds into that one. They all go in the chain. So the first one, I put in steel. Second one, I put in boron. That's going to make ferroboron. Ferroboron's going to move into the second one. Up there, you just put in the lithium. That's going to combine the ferroboron and the lithium. And then in this chest is all your tough. So not real hard. If you really wanted to automate it, like if you wanted to go crazy with your automation, like crazy with the cheese whiz, you could do that. Basically, where this chest is, you want to put a compact machine that's automatically making your steel. Agriculture, mystical agriculture, put just steel in there, have it feeding out into this, have another compact machine up here, making your boron, feeding into this, have another compact machine here, with your lithium feeding into this, and then have this chest feeding directly into your inventory. It would just be 100% automated. You'd never have to go back and touch it again. That said, I don't really think I need that much tough. It's as you can see, this makes this stuff pretty fast if you've got some speed upgrades in here. So, I mean, I'm already done with 99% of the stuff I'm going to need tough alloy for, and I've got several thousand still in there just doing that. It's not a slow process, but if you really wanted to have just a bajumble worth, which is a word I just made up, but it means a whole bunch. If you really wanted to have just a butt ton of tough, you could replace these with compact machines, creating each of those inventories, and then just leave it alone, and it'll make you hundreds of thousands without ever touching it again. I had to move my temple thing like 4 times. Yeah, that can suck if it's not high enough. Is there a way to fill the buckets all the way at once? Yes. It just depends on your water source. So let me grab this empty bucket. And that one's got lava. Here's my other bucket. This bucket's almost done. So if you go to, say, an infinite water source, and you click on it, as you can see, it's only doing one. If you have a tank, sometimes it'll fill it up, sometimes it'll do it one. But this is a great place to use the black hole tank. The black hole tank holds a horrendous amount of water, and one click will automatically fill up your bucket of any size. So even if you're not using your black hole tank with water to get the advancement, I still recommend having a black hole tank. Even with the smallest size water source, it's just going to keep building and building, and it'll always be a one-click issue if you need it. That's the fastest way I know of to fill a bucket up in one click. Let's see. What else have we got? How long did it take you to get to 50 prestige points? It's not too bad. Once you get your first parabox, then it's just a matter of going. Just turning it on, going the time, turning it off. Once you get to the second parabox, it can really fly. But the first one takes a little bit longer. It's the important part of when you're doing that, remembering to duplicate the hard stuff. Bringing the hard stuff with you so you're making doubles of everything. It's going to save you a ton of times on the advancements that require a lot of hard-to-make stuff. Oh, hello, Kitty. Let's see. So how long specifically? I'll be honest, I don't remember. That was about 8 to 9 months ago. I don't remember for sure. Hello. Yes, it's not time for treats. You guys are bugging me. Let's see. What is next? Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing there. My bad. Just use Ender chest instead of brand new compact machines. Ender chest instead of brand new compact. Well, the compact machine is what I was referencing here. The compact machine is what's going to hold all the seeds in the growing. You can't grow stuff inside of an ender chest. The ender chest would just transfer items from one place to another, which you can do. I mean, if you wanted to use them if you already have compact machines for those items made, such as me, but I would have to have them running out of a second. Well, I guess you could probably do an ender out, but like I said, if you haven't already made those, it's easy just to make one for each. You don't even have to make a maximum size compact machine. You can make a relatively small farm in there. It's still going to be automated all the time. It's not going to mess with anything for you. Don't forget your compact machine. Yep. What's a parabox? Parabox is a device that you can make in Prestige. That what it does is let's just say I had a parabox here right now, right? Say pretend I have a parabox, this yellow thing. When I turn the parabox on, for the next 20 minutes, anything that I do in the game won't be saved. Use this as an example. So if I build a wall or I build a compact machine, if I do any of that stuff, it's not going to be saved. Because when the power box is done and I reset it, it's going to move me back in time to the beginning of that 20 minutes. Everything I did after that's not going to count, except for the things in my inventory. So if over that 20 minutes I make a bunch of materials that I need, or I make a singularity or something like that, when I go back, I get to bring that with me. That's what we call duplicating things. If I start the 20 minutes, pick up items and go back, now I have twice that many items because they were already there at the beginning 20 minutes ago, and now I have the ones in my inventory. Each time you do that, you're doubling the amount of items that you have of that type, which is really handy if you have one or two of something you're going to need a lot of that are hard to build. When you go back and you reset that parabox, and you go back to being at 20 minutes, you get a prestige point, which then you can use to buy other prestige patterns or access to different mods within the game. The advanced parabox you have to buy with prestige points, and it's only like a 10-minute cycle, but there's parabox you can feed items to make that time be smaller. With a regular parabox, it's anything in the game. It could be a compact chest. It could be a diamond block. It could be a cobblestone stair. Any item it asks for. With the empowered parabox, the second level of it, it only wants singularities. And that's the things, of course, that we all know take a ton of things to make. Like these are cookie singularities that it's making right here for me. Singularities, which can be hard to make, each one of those drops off a minute or two of your empowered parabox. These are a great thing to duplicate with prestige. If I have one cookie here, right, and I start my parabox, now I'm in the new time loop. I walk over, grab that, stick it in my inventory. The 20-minute ends, I'm back here again. The one that I was going to pick up is still here, and I've got one in my inventory. Now I have two. I do it again. I take those two. I come back out. I have four. Next time I have 8. You know, see what I mean? Each time you're going to be doubling the amount of things that you have, which again is really good for things like singularities that take a lot of materials to make. Let's see. Do you ever use your ME system? No, I genuinely, honestly don't like it. What armor do I have on? I am using Supremium Armor. None of it has charms currently, and I just took off my pants. Nobody look. Draven's slightly inappropriate. I use full Supremium. I personally think it's the best armor you can get in Sky Factory 4. What's the command to turn on Prestige? Yes, I'm not positive. I do have a tutorial that shows you how to turn it on and off, but I apologize. I don't have it memorized, the actual thing. So paraboxes are in Sky Factory. Yes, but they're only in Prestige mode. What is the best power source? For my money, it's going to be geothermal. If you use an upgraded geothermal and you slap some modifiers to speed it up, you hook that to an automated lava system, so it's just constantly making lava. That is going to be constantly making power for you, and it'll make a lot. You then hook yourself up an energy transfer node, GPS to any devices you need power, or better yet, a battery, and connect multiple devices to it. And that geothermal is going to run a lot of stuff for you. And then if you get to the point where it's not enough, build a second one, build a third one. They're very easy to make. They don't take a lot of resources, but they can provide you a whole lot of power automatically. I mean, once you've got it built, you don't ever have to touch it again, especially if you fill it up with the modifiers. Now, that said, if you really want to go beyond that, the next thing is going to be a maximum size fission reactor. You build yourself a maximum size fission reactor, and you go beyond. I just filled one corner, but you fill up all 4 corners. You can fill up the whole damn thing if you want to figure out how to do that. But the 4 corners alone will give you just a horrendous amount of power. That's a little bit later game, though. Starting with the geothermals. Whoops. Here I'm flying like a madman. Geothermals are a great way to start because, again, you're already going to build this anyway, so you have automated lava. So that's always full of lava, and these are all full of lava. You slap that on there, you've got a power source as well. So very, very easy way to get a lot of power pretty early in the game. Draven, still best guides for Sky Factory 4. Great to finally catch one of the streams. Well, thank you, Yoshiro. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming by. Fission, fusion, geothermal. Yeah, and kind of that opposite order. Like geothermal is a good place to start. You can start with a combustion if you don't have the stuff to make a pretty good cobblestone generator. A combustion will work, same as a culinary. Those are good, really starting ones. But you want to move to geothermal as quickly as you can. Can you show me what it is and how to make it? Paraboxes, I'm not playing Prestige, so unfortunately it does not show up in this. But I do have a tutorial showing how to make and use a parabox and how to make and use an empowered parabox. So I do have tutorials for those on the channel. I apologize, I just don't have access to them since I'm not playing Prestige. They're not going to show up in my JEI. Why am I doing it? It's parabox. Yeah, it's just not an option for me because I'm not playing a game mode that has that in it. There we go. Make all my power from apples. Nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of great ways to do that. So I named my Flux network Apple, as in the company Apple. Nice. iNetwork. Culinary gen with bacon singularities, I think, is better. It can be, but then you've got to make the singularities. I can guarantee that I will have a geothermal with automated lava well before someone has their very first singularity. Because even if you just build 1 or 2 or 5 saplings and such, bacon's actually a little bit further down the line. You can make one relatively early, but it takes a little bit of work to get a bacon singularity. And I'm not saying you can't move to that for sure, but this you'll have way quicker. You can have this in the first hour of playing. It does not take long. You don't even have to use the upgradable one. You can start with just a basic geothermal and you'll have it pretty fast. How can you fly? The Supremium armor that I'm wearing, if you have all 4 Supremium, you'll see that it says set bonus flight. So I have creative flight because of this armor set, which again, one reason I recommend using Supremium. The glitch armor will also give you creative flight and sometimes can actually be a little bit easier to get. Supremium, because of its durability, the ability to add the charms to it and such, overall I think Supremium is a better set of armor, but glitch does that as well. You can make a flight charm very early in the game to get started with basic flying. Flight charms aren't too bad to make. I keep calling it flight charm. It's an air charm. And again, I have a tutorial for that as well. If anybody needs to know anything about charms, I've got that as well. But an air charm, the hardest part's going to be a nether wart. If you can make yourself a nether wart, which early game means going to the nether, get yourself a little bit of nether wart. An air charm is a slow fly, but it's a good place to start. See, what do we got next? What is your favorite item in game? I like laser guns. I don't know why. I like the laser guns. I like the pew pew. They're fun. But for honestly, I'd probably say compact machines. When it comes to just the things you can do with them and what it allows you to do in a limited space, I'm always looking for new ways to use compact machines to automate something. So I just think it's a lot of fun figuring out new ways to do that. So that's probably my favorite. But after that, laser gun. Let's see. What's next? Premium apples with upgradable culinary gen. Also very good. How do I craft those compact chests? Compact chests, well, let's look at the mod here real quick. I know I'm not really advancing in the game, so I'm answering a lot of questions, but I'm having a lot of fun doing that, so feel free to throw them at me. So if we're looking for a compact chest, again, as always, pull up compact chest, find out what the thing is. Compact machines is the name of the mod. So we're going to go at compact. Here we go. So to make a compact machine, there are different sizes, from tiny, which is a small room, to maximum size, which makes a very big room. I usually use maximum. Not really any reason to use smaller ones other than it's less less materials required. So the first thing you have to make are compact machine walls. Compact machine walls, let me phrase that. Before you can do that, you actually have to make the space to do it. That's what this is. This is how I make compact machines. So you have to make these, which are called miniaturization field projectors. You need 4 of them. And when you put one down, it's going to, and click on it, it'll show you arrows where to put the next one. And the further out you go in the arrow, the bigger the compact machine it'll make. So if you use the maximum arrow, then click on it, it'll tell you one over this way. Put it on that, click it, it'll tell you the 4th one. You do have to be a certain height as you get larger with them as well. But once you have them the right height and the right distance apart, it'll make this big orange field. And inside that orange field is where you're going to make everything else. So for a compact chest, you're just going to basically put a block of iron in there, a piece of redstone on top, and then you're going to press Q and throw a piece of redstone in. That's going to make you the walls. And then each of these ones will show you the pattern to actually build the thing when you get into it. Let's see. I can't find the recipe in the J. Oh, compact chest. I'm so sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Compact chest, you want to use this. This is called a chest builder. So you build a chest builder, and then in here you can make different sized chests. 24 columns, 12 rows, that's the maximum size. And you can pick what color they are. So if you want to have different colored ones to be different things, you can. I always use 222 because it's the color blue I like. So you're going to put in, it's going to tell you here, I need 18 chests to make a maximum size one. So 18 chests, 64 iron, 64 oak fences, and 4 clay blocks. When I put those in here, and then hit the button down here, it'll give me one of these chests of whatever color, whatever size that I've made. Like I said, I almost always use blue unless I specifically need a color to differentiate. But they're not real hard to make. You can also up the top hit backpack, which using a couple different resources, plastic and leather, you can make a backpack like this. And again, I always choose blue. And with a backpack, that gives you a massive inventory that you can carry around with you. Oh, I had a spare remote in there. But yes, the backpacks can be very handy as well if you're going to go, say, to the Twilight Forest or the Lost Cities and you're going to do a whole lot of mining, just to have that extra room to carry stuff so you don't have to keep coming back. All right, let's see. Cheaper version would be glitched armor. That's correct. Supremium's not too hard to make if you make a wither farm, which is correct. You do need some wither skulls for that. And so, I mean, that in itself can be a bit of a challenge. Depending on where you are in the game. But if you have enough to get some wither skulls, especially if you can make wither essence, you get all the skulls you want, then yes, you can make a wither spawner. This is a manual wither spawner. This is blast-proof blocks, so the wither won't break these. I just build it in here manually. I back up here until it pops, and when it's done breaking, I can walk in and smack it, or I can stand back here and shoot it. And then I just have an item collector here, so anything it drops gets pulled in here. I don't have to worry about it dropping. But you can automate this as well. I do have a tutorial on the channel showing how to build an automated wither spawner if you're looking to do something a little bit more automated, but a little bit more component demanding. Needs a little bit more spiky stuff. Let's see. It is if you're not playing Prestige. However, if you are, it takes a while. And if you're doing that, I'm doing not going to any other dimensions even harder. If you're not going to any other dimension, that can take a while. Is mystical agriculture hard? No. It's really easy to get started because all you need is 8 pieces of inferium essence, right? So getting the first 8 can take a little while because in Sky Factory 4, mobs don't drop it as easily as they did in the Sky Factory 3. So if we look up Essence, I've got over 1 million, but once you have 8, then you're going to build an Inferium Seed, Tier 1. It's just going to be 8 Inferium with 1 seed. Once you've got that, you're good. Because once you plant that, it's going to give you more. Once you have 8 more, you build your second one. They're both going to give you more. You just keep building them and building them and building. The more you plant, the more Inferium you're going to get. Then, down the road, when you start to build up your Inferium, you can upgrade to Inferium Tier Seeds 2, which means taking some of that Inferium, making it Prudentium, and surrounding your first Tier 1 seed. Tier 3 seeds, Tier 4 seeds, Tier 5 seeds. There's also a Tier 6 seed, which is like crazy. To be honest, once you get to 4 or 5, by that point, you really don't need to go much higher. They're going to produce all you need. Because the higher level, the more Inferium you're going to get each time it's harvested. And like I said, I've got mine at all Tier 4 and Tier 5, and I'm sitting at over 1 million Inferium essence, and that's not counting all the other 95 or 56,000 Prudentium, 6,000 Supremium. I've got a ton. I'll never use 1 million. But it's still going. This farm over here is still just running Inferium on Tier 4 and 5 seeds, except for this little corner here, which is making some nature seeds because I needed a few of those. But Inferium just runs straight there and takes care of all that for me. So it's not hard. The only thing that's really going to get hard is if you start looking at some of the funky essences, like some of the seeds. Let's see, where's one at? Enderman Seeds. So if you're trying to grow Enderman Seeds, you need Enderman Chunks. Chunks are harder to get. You have to use a special dagger called the Solium Dagger, and you have to stab monsters to get chunks, usually zombie chunks. And if you cook them in a furnace, it'll turn it into a Tier 1 mob chunk. Then you can take that mob chunk and you can surround it with different essences to make it higher and more powerful. But it's a whole process. Most of those seeds you're never going to need anyways. All of the ore seeds, you just need the ore types you need. Does your quantum compressor break often? I find that mine breaks after every cookie singularity it makes, just doesn't start making another. No, I've not had that issue. How are you feeding them in? Is it a hopper or is it an extraction cable? If you're using one, you might want to switch to the other one. Mine's been auto feeding for hours now, yesterday and today, and I haven't had any problems with it. Let's see. Try removing, inserting your catalyst. It fixes mine. Did your new compact machine despawn? I didn't build one. No, I've still got it. Did I build another compact machine? I don't know. I don't see it. Did I not build it? Let me see here. Kitty, I know. I love you too. You're bugging me. Did I build the second one? I was working on one. Did I build it? You know, it might have despawned because I went inside of the compact machine. I might have lost it. I was not even paying attention. I was having so much fun just chatting there. Yeah, it must have despawned on me. Oh, well, I can make another one. It doesn't take long. Let's see. I had no idea. Really saved me a good bit of time. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm happy I could, JP Barry. Would you by any chance start a new world for Sky Factory 4? Well, that's what this is. I mean, I only started this week and a half, 2 weeks ago, tops. I've been just streaming this. This is a brand new one. I wasn't playing this before this series started. What was it? Halloween night? I think Halloween night. I finished a Halloween Minecraft, and we got done early, so we jumped into this one. I believe it was Halloween. You can have nested backpacks to have a theoretically infinite storage. That is correct. Same with compact machines. Although I have been told that at some point, the compact machines, if you go too deep, we're talking Inception here. If you go too many compact machines inside, you can run into some lag or lost items. I've gone 7 deep and never had a problem. And I've never gone further than that. Only Draven, the most helpful Sky Factory 4 YouTuber, saves the day again. Well, happy I could be there for you. And thank you very much. You shows that every time breaks after every singularity. Okay, cool. If they got that worked for you. Yeah, I haven't had that issue. Hate shift clicking a catalyst in my quantum compressor, and now I need to make a new one. Catalyst. Oh, yes, the catalyst. Gotcha. Yeah, that can be annoying. Draven, I really want to see you actually commit to making an ME system. You really gave up on it super fast. Well, that was because it sucks. And that was the thing. When I got into the ME system, it took 5 minutes to see the flaws in it. And that's why I wanted to get into it. I wanted to see, hey, is this superior to a simple storage? That was my main thing. And it's not. Not saying that it doesn't have some perks and such that could be better, but as an overhaul, when you're looking at the amount of materials it takes to build it, time to build it, how late game you can build it or how early game, as well as capacity to store, simple storage is just better. So that's why. Let's see. How do you get a storage like that? I'm a noob. So simple storage. Well, I have tutorials for simple storage as well as how to start an ME storage. I have tutorials for both. So simple storage, you're going to start with filing cabinets. Many filing cabinets. But filing cabinets is the beginnings of it. Once you have your filing cabinets together and connected, the only two pieces you need to make a simple storage work is storage network master, which is very easy to build, and a storage request table, which is also easy to build. You set those down, you snap one of the, don't pay attention to these things here, but you snap those cables down here into it and you're done. That's it. You have everything you need. You can craft with it. You can pull all your inventories. There are no extra components needed. You want to build a remote to be able to access those items like I have down here. The remote is easy to make. You just right click it and you have a remote. I can craft from that remote at almost any distance. The ME system requires a horrendous more amount of pieces just to get it up and running. To get a remote working, which isn't that good of a remote, you need like 5 other components built and connected onto this just to have what it takes me 10 seconds to build for simple. And that's the problem with ME. Down the road, if you want to be able to infinitely auto-craft something you're never going to need, it's going to give you all the abilities you want. It's all about auto-crafting. The problem is the stuff that you can auto-craft with it, you're never going to need as much as you can make. Simple storage will do the same thing, and you'll probably get it earlier in game. Let's see, what's next? I don't have prosperity tree and can't make better essence, so I just made an auto with the farm and just uncraft the essence to make stuff. Prosperity trees aren't too hard. Prosperity sapling, there it is. Prosperity sapling is just 3 Inferium seeds. Each one of those is just 8 essence and a seed. And then you just surround a cobalt sapling, which you probably have, and that'll give you a prosperity sapling. It's actually really, really one of the easier ones to make once you get that first Inferium seed. You know, you let your Inferium build up for 20 minutes. Because a tier 1 seed all by itself will take a little bit of time to build up. But once you've got enough to make 4 more seeds, you've got a prosperity chart. Prosperity sapling, which again is really helpful when you want to get to some of the more complex seeds. When you want to make a bunch of tier 4 and tier 5 seeds, you're gonna need a lot of prosperity shards. Let's see, extraction cable whitelisted just for your cookies. That'll work. I've tried with hoppers too, but it just seems to break each time. Might not have enough power. It's possible. It is very, very power intensive. It uses a lot. I've got a battery running to it, and I usually run a pretty high capacity battery. This one is, let me see, 1 to 3, 30 million is what the battery capacity is on that. And I like a big battery connect. I like big battery, and I cannot lie. No, so I like a big battery because it's going to take a while for your cookies to fill up enough to make your next singularity. So with a big battery, it's going to charge back up again in between. So even if your power source isn't putting out a ton of power, all it has to do is finish charging up the battery, and then when it's done, when your cookie singularity is made, you've got all while the next 10,000 cookies make for it to charge back up again. So you're not running directly out of your power source. That's why I like to use batteries as a buffer. So that way, because if you're not using a battery, then you're only getting as much power as your power source can create 1 for 1. So out of that and into your machine. With a battery in the middle that holds a bunch, it's almost like you have a cup of water. Take a cup of water, pour it into the other cup, pour it into your machine. That's all the water you're going to get. But if I've got a big bucket in the middle, I can keep pouring water in the bucket, and this one can take it as it needs it. I'm going to have more water saved up for that time. So the battery in the middle is really the big thing that helps out there. Let's see. How do you grab blocks? Like pick them up. If your hands are, both hands are empty, shift right click. I won't do it with everything, but you can do it with a lot of stuff. Shift right click will let you pick things up. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. There we go. Shift and right click will let you pick up items, but both of your hands have to be open. Let's see. When are you going to get an insanity bucket? Probably not. It's just not needed. I rarely need a Supremium bucket. to be honest. Since there's no advancement, it's just not worth the materials to make it. I don't really need it. But, you know, I'm not against it. I just don't really need it. The block mob needs to be leg height. It's true. The reason I don't use flying cabinets is because it's so tedious to make the folders. Well, that's the thing. The folders themselves, if you make them as you get them. So what I normally do is I like to have this overflow chest. And at the end of the day, I'll go down here. And I have my folders set up like this. So I have a ton of folders just sitting here. I grab one for one for one for one. It takes 5 or 10 minutes to put in everything I did for the day. And then I'm good. Everything's in the chest until that point. And rarely is it going to fill this. A new head. We're going to look at that in a minute. But yeah, I don't have that much problem because I keep up with it at the end of every stream or every day I'm going to play. You guys may not do it quite as often. Oh, poo, I've already got his head. All right. I was hoping. Always looking for more heads. Let's see. Liked and shared. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Thing is, I did not get a cobalt sapling. Cobalt saplings also not too hard to get. If you look in JI, it looks way more harder than it needs to be. Go over to your crafting station for your tinkers and just make a pickaxe out of obsidian. It's not hard to get a few pieces of obsidian early game. If you make a pickaxe made out of obsidian, you can then go to the nether and just mine cobalt. You can also mine ardite. And all you need is like 1 or 2 blocks. Come back, smelt them, and pour them over the sapling that you need. You don't have to go through all the trouble of building. Because if you look at a cobalt sapling, it would lead you to believe you need all this crazy stuff. You don't. All you need is some cobalt and pour it over a purple slime. And you can get cobalt and you can get ardite pretty plentifully in the nether. You just need a obsidian pickaxe or higher in order to mine it. But if you go do that, that's way faster than trying to build it the way it kind of implies you should. Saw your list for food this week in Extra Life. Where's the Vegemite? You can't get Vegemite around where I am. It's just not an option, unfortunately. And it's disgusting, but unfortunately, it's not around here. Let's see. Brook the JI. Do have a battery set up, but just the very base energy battery 1 million. So yeah, you may want to build it because the machine itself, if we look at it here, it says that it'll hold and potentially use 10 million FE. It says that what it is there at the top. So I would want my battery to hold more power than what the block is going to run. It'll hold 10 million. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to need 10 million to run one cycle. But that's kind of how I look at it. However much it holds, I'm going to say, okay, if it takes that much to run one cycle, I need a battery that can hold at least that much to make sure I never run out of power. That's just kind of my rule of thumb whenever I'm making a battery. If I'm making a battery for over here that's going to run multiple, then I want at least a 20 or 30 million because multiple machines are going to run off it, although rarely at the same time. Let's see. Help on my simple storage stuff is doubled, but it's not. Sorry, Skycraft. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I apologize. Can I see what mystical agriculture automations you have? Sure. So the very base one, of course, is just a basic farm. And this is the design for a lot of stuff. So I've got, of course, it's making this just because I needed a bunch for full files and stuff at the beginning. I've got a little bit of corn over here, which is what's running my culinary generator. This is my original farm. But then when I go to like actual automations, when I really want to get it going, I use compact machines. And each side compact machine, I can do 3 levels of farm. And I like to put a crop on each level. I usually use a combustion generator upgraded because I like to keep the power source for a compact machine in a compact machine. You can run power tunnels and run power right into it. You can use wireless networks. But I want to know that I can break this block and take it anywhere in my base and put it back down, and it's still going to keep working. By having the power source, the crafting, and everything inside the compact machine, it's literally self-contained. It's not reliant upon anything else outside of that box. Regardless of what I'm doing, this is going to keep making the stuff that I need it to make. So each level will harvest the seeds to a harvester, run it through an auto crafter to make the ingot, and then feed that ingot out through the top and directly into my inventory. And I'll do that with multiple different crops. And even if you, well, that one's just, I've got one down there. I forget what's down there. And plus you can do that for just other processes. This is automated HDPE pellets. So and there's all the stuff for that. Same kind of idea. It's just going to feed those directly into my machine, but that's less stuff out here taking up space and adding leg to my world. I thought you could only get it from crafting. Those saplings, it would lead you to believe that when you're looking at the JEI, 100%. It would lead you to believe you have to go through all that hard stuff to make it. But you can actually mine cobalt and ardite in the nether pretty easily. As soon as you have some obsidian and you can get to the nether, it's not going to take you long to find some. It's pretty obvious ore. The ardite's actually more of an orange color, even though it's a little bit more red ore. But the cobalt is literally blue and red netherrack looking stuff. It's pretty cool. Let's see. What are those teleport pad things? How do they work? These are elevator blocks. So elevator blocks aren't too bad to make, and you can make them any color you want. So if you want to have color coded to know where you're going, an elevator block is basically going to be an ender pearl surrounded by the color of wool that you want to use. Or you can take a block you've already made and add a dye to change its color. White is fine for me. I'm never more complicated. So you need at least 2, and they have to be directly above or beneath each other. The reason I do 4 is because if you only have 1, sometimes you're walking over it and you're trying to make sure you're in the middle of it, and you're not in the middle of it, and it's just hard to line up. If I do 4, I can just walk over here and it's easy. When I have 4, if I jump up, it would take me up, but if I hit shift to crouch, it takes me down a level. And if I do it again, it takes me down another level. You can have as many levels as you want, as long as the elevator blocks are directly above each other, which all of mine are. And I hit jump twice, brings me to the top, which is really handy if you really want to do something high. Like this one here, if you look up there, I'm all the way up here now. So this is where I have my mystic, what is this? Astral Sorcery. Because, you know, Astral Sorcery you want higher in the sky because it needs to be closer to the moonlight. But that's an easy way to get up and down. And you can do it multi-tiered. And you can, like I said, you can color code them if you want. You can even hide them. I'll show you something cool there. Let's see. A couple of elevator blocks. Let me grab a brick. If you really want to do this, you can drop an elevator block and you can right click it with a brick, and now it looks like a brick. Still an elevator block. It would still work the same way, but you can blend it in so people can't see it that way. If you wanted to make it, you know, if the white, you're trying to do something pretty looking, you're making a cool design, and the elevator block just sticks out like a sore thumb, you can go ahead and change it to what it looks like just by clicking it. Or you can click it with an elevator block, won't turn it back though. And just breaking it will take it back to a regular elevator block. You can place it down again, you can change it again to something else if you want to. But it is possible to hide them if you don't want them to be that visible. You know, maybe you're on a server and you want to hide it so other people don't notice it, kind of. All right, what else we got next after that? What does a copy-paste gadget work? How do I switch modes on it? I'm going to be honest, I don't remember the specific controls on it right now. You should be able to find that under options and under controls. And you'll just need to go down to that mod specifically. This is a great thing to look at in the game multiple times, because if it's red, that usually means that more than one mod is using the same button. So sometimes if you look online and it says hit the F button to do this, but it's not working for you, that could be because there may be 2 mods that are using F key for different things, and it's the other mod that's using it first. You may need to go in and rebind it to a button or key on your keyboard that's not being used yet. That happens a lot, especially with the airships. If you're trying to fly the airships, it's the Vicecraft controls, nearly impossible, because every control except one is already bound to something else. Your airship's not going to get off the ground, and people run into that all the time. So that's one that if you want to fly the airship, you're going to have to fix all these controls. So there's that. But I would check it out for the copy-paste gadget. I don't remember them off the top of my hands. I'm sorry, I don't use them very much. I know I do have a tutorial for it. I made it a while ago, so again, I forget all the steps. You may want to check that out, because I know I went into a lot more detail there. I'm sorry that I don't remember it off the top of my head, though. I don't use it very much. Let's see. Vanson says, thank you. I'll try with a new battery, but I'm also going to try with the geothermal setup too. I have a solar farm, but I built from one of your tutorials. Yeah, solar is really nice at the lower levels. The top level solar is just hard to make. It needs some serious materials that are just monotonous. So I usually don't go max level solar, but it used to be my go-to before geothermal. But I just really like geothermal now. Let's see. I started making a super battery and it's at 300 million. Nice. That's going to be a fat battery. You run everything off that. Your fission reactor keeps melting. Well, that means that for some reason your system is making more heat than it is coolant. If you click on your blah, 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 blah here, if you click on your reactor, your heat level should be lower than what your coolant level is. So as you see, it says here, negative 2876 H per tick, which I call heat per tick. It may not mean heat, but that's what I count it as. So that means that every tick, when it's creating heat, I have more coolant than I'm actually creating coolness of 2876. I'm making negative heat. If it's a plus number, or just no negative, that means it's making more heat than it's being cooled, and that heat will eventually grow and melt down your reactor. So this needs to be 0 or a negative number to make sure that you don't have any meltdown at all. You can go with a little bit of a positive number there, but you have to keep an eye on it. I recommend going negative. The design that I use, which is in my tutorial for a maximum size compact machine, said I'm running this in the corner. And if it's built all the way to the edges with the pattern that I did, you'll have the negative heat. You can reproduce that in all 4 corners, quadrupling the amount of power this fission reactor will make. You can fill the whole thing up, but then you have to, the pattern completely changes, because like these blue ones here have to be touching an outer edge. So you've got to figure out the pattern of the coolants versus the heating blocks in between. But that's the big thing you want to look at before you fire it up. What is this number here? Is it 0 or a negative? You're good to go. Positive, you're going to have a meltdown. Let me see here. Do I have a video of... Oh, hang on. Let me go back to the chat. It went up faster than I can get to it. I'm sorry. Let me go back. There's a lot of great questions today. I don't want to miss any. Let's see. The battery meltdown. Do you have a video for automating the deep learning simulation chamber? I don't think that I do, but it's real easy. I can show it to you real quick. More or less. So really, to do this, the simulation chamber, you put in the data mod you need. All you need is a chest coming in one side with polymer and another chest on the other side, with an extraction cable. Let's do that real quick. Let's build one. Actually, we'll just take mine. Screw it. I don't know. There's no reason. I can put it back later. You grab that. Did that break the power cable too? I did. Draven is a fool. Put that in there. And let's grab us some polymer. Let's grab one of Android will do. And we'll grab a couple chests. Make chests. Make some cables. Need any regular cables? I'm going to need a GPS. Yes, and we'll make a battery. Just to test. So I should have an extra battery out here to test anyways, just in case people want to see things. So let me go to here. I just go over to this crafting table, so that way it doesn't go back into my storage network while I'm combining them. Just a moment. Just real quick. Is that? No. There we go. And that one. That is a 38. Oh, 25 million. I'm sorry. There's a 25 million one. That should be pretty good. We'll pop that guy right there. Take a GPS. Smack it. Boop. And we'll toss it in the one downstairs. The one downstairs isn't being used as much. Put that in there. That'll start filling up that battery. It'll take a while because that's a fat battery. And we'll need our chamber. Will it run right off that, or do I need a power cable? I need a power cable. Okay. That. Extraction. Boop. Boop. There we go. And then we're going to put one here. We'll put our chests. That. Extraction cable. Oh, was on my elevator when I hit shift. Go here. That'll work fine for now. So this is building up power. We're going to put in our data model. We're going to put in polymer. So as this is kicking out, I can just add a ton of stack of polymer in here if I want to. Polymer is not really hard to make. I mean, if you want to fully automate it, you could automate making polymer. Doable, but again, for my money, the amount of effort you're going to have to make automating making polymer is not going to be worth how much you're actually going to need the stuff it's making. You're going to put a lot of effort into automating something you don't need. But with this chest on this side, you'll see it's already pulling the overworldian matter out. So it's going to pull out anything except for the polymer automatically into this chest for you. So that's all you have to do to automate that process. Fill that up with some polymer and just let it go to town. As long as it's got a power source, you can just come back once a day, once so often, throw a bunch of polymer in, which is easy to make in your crafting table, refill it, and it's good to go. So that one's pretty easy fix. Clean that up again real quick in case somebody has another question that can use that area. That in there. Oh, I forgot my, there it is. Grab that. We're going to leave that in the middle just in case that's something that we might be able to use in the future. So let's stick that in there for now. All right. So let's see what else what I missed. I know a lot of stuff's going by the chat here. Give me just a second here. Simple storage is doubled, but it's not. It only shows 400 redstone. You have 200 redstone in your storage, but your remote only shows 400. Well, if you have it in a chest or a cabinet, you want to make sure the cabinet's connected. If it's a new cabinet you dropped, I have a horrible habit of putting new cabinets down and forgetting to put these little purple things on the back and wondering why I can't access them. So that'd be the first thing I would check. If it's still an issue, you may want to break that cabinet and put it back down. Because sometimes, like anything else in Minecraft, it can glitch and you may need to just replace it. Let's see. What seeds do I have in them, or what seeds do they have in them? For me, I try to target any seed that has a singularity that doesn't have a sapling. That's how I determine what I'm making first. So uranium, manilium, thorium, bronze, platinums. These are all things that don't have a sapling, that are either hard to get, hard to mine, or I have to mix two different metals to get. I know I need at least 10,000 of all of these because I need one singularity to make the ultimate singularity, and I want to get that advancement. Now, just as a rule of thumb, the first things that I want to get going are cookies, because you need a bajillion cookies to get the cookie jar advancement. So get that running as quickly as possible. I've got a triple size smelter auto-filling with cookies that feeds into my system. And then you're going to want to start with a couple other basic stuff. A lot of people will try to do, what is this stuff called? Oh, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I know what I'm looking for. It's not it. Here it is. So you can make silicon seeds and such, and they can be a little bit of challenge to make and put together. You don't need to. Just make a material stonework factory and you get unlimited free silicon. Because a material stonework factory auto creates cobblestone, and depending on the recipe you click on here to change it around, will make all of these things on the right, from slag, gravel, light gray rock wool, never needed that, sand, glass, and silicon. That's the important one. So if you have that running automated silicon and running it directly into your system, you don't even need the seeds for that one. You can just go ahead and pull out 38,000 silicon. I stopped it running just because I had so much I was never going to need that. That is way easier than building silicon seeds and using any of your essences and planting them and building a field for it. You don't need to. This block is super easy to make. Give it power, give it a cable, and it'll run by itself. Foreign work energy buffer never goes up. It goes up and then a bit down. There is a net increase, but it's being really slow. From stored energy tank is full. I'm not sure. No power going to the machine. The work goes down, the energy goes back up, so it's working backwards half the time. Ooh, I'm not sure. I've never run across that problem. How do I get reinforced obby ingot? Obby ingot. Remember that. Take a look here. Okay, I don't have anything called obby, so I apologize. I'm not sure what you're looking for. If you spelled that wrong, you throw it. I'm not sure what an obby ingot is. At least not. If that's short for something, I apologize. I don't know what that means. What else? Up. I apologize. Without the JI missing, I'm not sure. I've never had that happen. You may want to log out and log back in would be the only thing I could think of. Let's see. Trying to do plus the black hole units. So what seeds do you have in the compact machines? Again, are you asking me or are you asking somebody in chat? I apologize. There's a couple conversations going on. Want to make sure I'm answering questions that are actually being sent to me. There's a button saying to re-enable it. Did you not? Obsidian. Oh, okay. I got you. So if you're looking to... Is there obsidian ingots? Okay, so there aren't obsidian ingots. So if you're just saying how to make... Oh, there it is. Refined obsidian ingots. That's different. Okay, gotcha. So the problem you're going to run into here is just the components. So you need refined obsidian dust, which is not easy to make. I mean, well, it is easy to make. It's not easy to automate and then move it into something else. Doable, not easy. Especially considering you don't need very much of it. I wouldn't recommend automating it. Again, this is one of those situations where the effort you put into automating it is not going to be worth the amount you actually need. You'll spend more time automating it than you would have just manually making it and then not using it anymore. Because you don't need a lot of that in the game. To my knowledge. Let me just make sure there's not a singularity for that. I don't believe there is. As long as there's not a singularity for it, you're good. Yeah, there's no singularity for that, so you're fine. Let's see. Watch your fission reactor video after wasting tons of materials on melting fission reactors. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. Well, hopefully that helps. Somebody, was there a way to split a certain amount of items in direction? Like I want 4 to go this way and 6 to go that way. Potentially. Let me think on that for a minute and see if I can put something together. Bear with me a moment. While I'm doing that, someone asked about the silicon again. I can go back to, that's easy while I'm thinking on that. So the device you're looking for is called a material stonework factory. Okay? So, yes, hi kitties, I know. So with a material stonework factory, as long as it has power, you don't have to supply it anything. No cobblestone, no wood. It makes it all by itself. So actually, you know what? Let's do this quick. Okay, so let's bring it over here. I'm glad I built this today. So here we go. A stonework factory is not hard to make. As you can see, it's just making cobblestone right now. On the default, it will make you cobblestone. So this is another way to have a cobblestone generator if you don't want to make a regular cobblestone generator. It's not going to move as fast as a tier 5 cobblestone generator. There are no real speed upgrades for this machine. You can do some here, but I still don't think it matches a tier 5 cobblestone generator. So if you click on the J, it's going to show you all the recipes. So this one says smelter turns it into stone. So if I click this to smelter and then unpause it, now it's turning the cobblestone that it makes into regular stone. Pause it again, go and look at the next recipe. Maybe I want to make silicon. That's what we're looking at, which is 3 pickaxes and a no smoking sign. So we're going to change this to 3 pickaxes and leave the last one blank. I'm going to take those out because it's not always the same pattern. But when I turn it back on, cobblestone, gravel, sand, silicone. It's important to look at those 4 steps, and I'll tell you why. Because if you don't, and you just try to automate it, I don't have any item extraction cables. Why do I not have those? I had a bunch. All right, let me make one real quick. Hey, that's not what I needed. 1 second. Already used everything here. Item extraction cable. And a chest. I just keep not making enough of those. Stack of chests. All right, so if you are looking to, like right now I've got it set to silicone, right? So it's 4 steps and then silicone. If I put an item extraction cable and a chest, I keep pushing down on my elevator, and I put a chest on there, it pulls it out at the first step. So it's pulling it out as cobblestone. It's not getting to silicon. I know, that's horrendous, kitty. So what you want to do is you want to see those 4 steps again. So we're going to break this. And we're going to turn it back on. It's cobblestone, gravel, sand. Those are the 3 steps. So you want some cobble. I said sand. I think the other one was gravel. Did I not? I've already forgotten. Gravel. Yes. Gravel. And you'll have to do this if you change recipes. But now when I slap this on here, I keep doing that. Oh my God, I'm killing myself with the elevator. I'm going to move this later. What you want to do is you want to go in here and you want to blacklist cobblestone, gravel, and sand. So it's not going to pull those out anymore. So when you turn it back on, it's going to leave those in there, which will turn it into your silicon, so that only silicon is being pulled into the chest. So if you're changing the recipe in here, and I'll be honest, the thing I do a lot is I like to build with regular stone bricks. I like the way they look. I build with them quite often. So this is how I make them. So I don't have to cook stone and then make them myself. So in that situation, it's going to go a different pattern. It's going to go cobblestone, stone, brick. So in that situation, I'd have to go in here and I'd have to blacklist stone so it'll get to brick. But that's an easy way to relatively automate that because, again, there's nothing you have to feed into it. It provides all its own materials, and it will literally make them forever as long as there's power. So you can do, and silicone, like I said, is something you're going to need later on for some of the more complicated stuff. So getting a buildup of silicone easy, not a bad thing at all. And it's easier than mystical agriculture. This is the one thing that tops mystical agriculture for that one item. And technically stone seeds as well. Okay, let me jump back in the chat and see what I missed here. I know I'm trying to keep up with it all. Let's see. I'm still thinking about the splitting thing. Bear with me on that. I'm considering it. I just want a pickaxe to mine cobalt. Yeah, that's just going to be an obsidian pickaxe, which is super easy to do. Real quick, let me just show you how to throw one together, in case you don't know. So, let me grab myself a stack of obsidian. I have 43,000. That should be enough. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to put my obsidian, right? So, I need to find my recipe. I go to my tool. I want to make a pickaxe. I need a tool rod, pickaxe head, and a binding. So, if you don't have them, you want to make those, which, again, are easy to do. You're just going to go, oops, wrong button. You're going to go into your stencil, put some blank stencils, and click on the ones you want to make. So tool rod, pickaxe head, and a binding. And when you make those, you're going to move them and put them inside the pattern chest. And the reason you do that is because then when you go back to your tool forge, right? Say I want to make a pickaxe, right? I need those 3 parts is what I learned, okay? So I'm going to go, oh, clicked on the wrong one. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where's my code? There it is. So I'm going to go to my part builder. I want cobbles, or I want obsidian. So there's my tool rod. I make one of those. Then I click on my binding, make one of those. Then I click on my pickaxe head, make one of those. Then I go back to my tool forge. Oh, that's not the, got to pick the right tool. Put it in there and then make sure they're in the right spot. I have an obsidian pickaxe. That will now mine cobalt and ardite for you. All it's going to cost you is 3 pieces of obsidian as long as you've got these built. Super simple to do. Throw it in there with all the other stuff I've made. I've made a lot of stuff in here that I've been upgrading with different things to get advancements. But yeah, that one's very easy to make, and that will mine just about anything. There are some things like Supremium pickaxe and such, which have more durability and may mine it faster, but there's not much that's not going to mine for you. Okay, let me hop back over here, and let's see what else we got. Dumb Draven. Very true. So I did the silicone. Is it smart to add more mods to Sky Factor 4 because I want Ender IO? I mean, you can do that. The only thing is if you're adding mods that aren't in there originally, you run the risk of putting something in there that's not going to be compatible. And the wrong thing could completely crash your world and you could lose it. I'll give you an example. You can make little miniature figures of yourself or anybody in the world that you know their name in Minecraft skin. You could make an Only Draven one. You can go in and make a little statue, Only Draven dude, and put him down. You can make the Achievement Hunter guys if you know their handles. You can do with all that stuff. I even did a tutorial on it. The problem is when you have several of those in a world, they can literally glitch out your world and not let you log in. We ran into that on our server. I had made one for all of the members on our server and put them in a room, and it would not let anyone log into that world at that point. It crashed it out for all of us. So we actually had to go in and use commands to delete that part of the world without logging in. And it was a whole mess and stuff to do. But it's possible. And again, that's just a mod that's not specifically meant to be in there. And because of that, it didn't work well with something else. And when those 2 mods hit each other, it created something in the programming that wouldn't let the game move forward. It didn't know what to do. So when you add a new mod to a mod pack, you run into that. a mod pack that's already made, usually the designer has gone through and tested all that stuff and fixed it all. That doesn't mean something's not going to slip through, like the statues, but all the main stuff, they're play testing it and making sure that doesn't happen. Throw something else into the mix, there's no guarantee. You could lose your whole world, or absolutely nothing bad could happen, and you could have a great time with it. It's just a gamble to give it a shot. There's just no way to know for sure. So definitely you can. You just want to make sure you've got a backup and keep an eye on it in case something goes wrong. I wouldn't add a bunch. I'd add one, play with it for a while. Add one, play with it for a while. Because if all of a sudden something breaks, just remove the last one you added. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't have to remove the first 3. That newest one could be the problem. Trial and error, but it could save you from losing a lot of hard work you put into the game. Just a recommendation, but a lot of people do it and don't have a problem, so it doesn't hurt to try, All right, let's see what else we got here. Thermodynamic filters should do the 4 one way, 6 the other. I was thinking about filters. Filters. Let me grab the filters. Okay. Am I spelling filter wrong? Oh, I probably put an S on the end. Filter, yeah. So I've not worked with the filters a lot myself, to be completely honest. But I know that you can use those to restrict what's passing through. I'm trying to think if there's also a way to do it with item sorter. I don't think that lets you choose. An item sorter is a great block because you can connect it'll do multiple things. So for example, if I want power and an item cable to run from this box to this box, that one cable will do both things at once. It allows you to move multiple items to one. I've got a tutorial on that cable. I don't think that you can figure out how much goes though. I don't think that configures. You're probably going to have better luck with the filters like Skull recommended. I think that's probably your best. Again, I've not messed with it much. That's something I haven't played with a lot. I may look into that before the next time we stream this, familiarize myself a little bit more and see what I can do with them. I've just not used that part a lot, so I'd hate to say for sure and mess you up. But I'll look into that just to be sure, because definitely if it works, that'd be nice. People have used that a lot of times, recommended that as a way to help fix the clogging problems when you're trying to use a, is it compressor? I always forget the name of this. Packager, a packager with amber. That's a way to limit the amount of acorns that come in. So that's been recommended a lot, and I've not tried to use it yet. I'll put some time into that and see if I can figure out exactly how those work, just so that I can be familiar with it. Now, those folks who do know it, of course, you may want to jump into our Discord channel. You can go to my website, onlydraven.com. There's a link to it at the very top, and there's a link for you there in chat as well to Discord. We'd love to have you. It's open to anyone who'd like to come in. A lot of knowledgeable people in there, so between games, if there's something that you need some help with, jump on in. I try to help as much as I can, and there's going to be, of course, a lot of knowledgeable people in there. May even know more about specific stuff than I do, but for sure there are people who know more than I do. They can help you as well. So we'd love to have you. Come on in and jump in. We'd love to. Let's see what else. Do I need to use an auto crafter? Oh yeah, use auto crafters a lot. I will talk about that for you in just a second. Then I also got a "Hey Draven, how are you?" from Muttley. I'm well, Muttley. Hopefully you're doing as well. Kethis says, "Hey, I just wanted to express thanks for all the tutorials, for all the idiots like me that have made for so many mod packs. I've had to rely on them more than I would like to admit, and keep it up. I will definitely do so, and thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that they were helpful, and we appreciate you coming by. Thank you for stopping by the stream." Crazy says, "I added Draconic and it works fine," which, like I said, a lot of the mods may work just fine. But just maybe that one odd one out there that might mess it up. So that's why I said I recommend doing it one at a time to be safe. Turtle! Hey, Turtle's here. You like the hat? Thank you. Yeah, this is what I wear when I'm not home. I just was rushing home today and forgot to take it off. My vines are done drawing. Oh, God, yeah, I forgot I put those up there. It was a while ago. I forgot about those. Grab those real quick. I don't really... We found a better way to make them, but I forgot I put those up there. Thank you. So auto crafter. Yeah, auto crafters are great. So let's look at an auto crafter. Where is one? Here we go. So auto crafter. We're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into one of my compact machines and we'll take a look at it. We will look at Enderium. Okay. So the way that an auto crafter works, this is an auto crafter. Of course, it's got to have a power source, right? and then it's got to have items. In this center area, you put in the recipe that you want the auto crafter to make. In this situation, I'm using graphite essence that turns into 5 graphite blocks. This is a mystical farm. It's farming just graphite essence, and it's just making that one item over and over again. But you can put more complicated recipes in there as long as your auto crafter is getting those items fed in. The thing you have to watch out for is if, say I was doing something that needed graphite and wood blocks randomly. And if I'm getting twice as many wood blocks as I am graphite, eventually this is going to fill up with wood and there's no room for graphite. It's going to clog your system. So when you have multiple items in a recipe, it can make it a little bit more challenging. Not impossible. It just takes a little bit more work to make sure that everything's coming in correctly. That may be using what we were just talking about a moment ago, some of the filters. It could be a matter of having an item using an auto placer with a delay, so it's putting it in slower. Like, for example, this is my automated obsidian maker. I have an automated user just throwing cobblestone into this lava, and this machine is putting water in to make... I'm grabbing the wrong one here. This is putting water in, but I have it on a delay, because if they go in at the same speed, sometimes water will go in first and then your system stops. It can't make lava in there anymore. So by putting a small delay, it's putting in water in every 14 seconds. It's putting cobblestone in every 1 second. I need 4 pieces of cobblestone. So every 4 seconds, there's lava in there. And then this is going to throw water in and make obsidian. I could turn the tick delay down a little bit. 14 was safe enough because you don't need an ungodly amount. But those tick delays can help you cause one thing to go faster than another. And with that setup, I'm sitting on 44,000. It's been running for several days. So even, could I make the delay lower? Yeah, but I don't really need it. Again, I'm never going to need 44,000 obsidian. So again, it's very big on me, for me, to measure the amount of work it takes to automate it versus how much do I need that. If I spend 2 days automating something and I'm only going to need that thing for 15 minutes, it would have been faster just to make it manually. So there's a lot of things you can automate, but why? It's more work to automate it. Again, if you're on a server and you're making it for lots of people to have access to, that's very different. You're working as a group. But in a solo world, some things you just don't need 100,000 of. I'm not going to blow a bunch of resources and 30 minutes of my time building a way to automate it. Hang on. Friendly neighborhood Enderman. You jerk. Okay. Let me jump back in here. What's the fastest... Oh, let me see. What's the fastest way to get EMC? I'm going to apologize. I'm not good at the short forms. I'm not sure what EMC is. I apologize. It's probably something very basic I should know, but I don't know what EMC is. If someone could clarify, I'd be happy to try and answer. What's the power flower, right? Diamond Tree Farm. Game crash whenever I try to log into the world. Do you know why, or even better, how to fix it? Samoa, no. Because there's a lot of reasons it could be crashing. Are you getting any type of error message? Any type of crash report that's showing maybe there's something specific in the mod, maybe something you've built is 2 mods are clashing against each other and they're not compatible? Even if you didn't add a mod, you just may have come up with a configuration that's really rare, no one's done, and those 2 machines don't work together. It's happened. But without really knowing a little bit of an arrow pointing to what's causing it, it's hard to know where to begin fixing it. Computer, but something about topical geography or something about ender chests. Can't remember. My first question in that situation, have you built any ender chests or anything from that mod pack recently? Whatever you built may be causing the issue. If that's the case, you may have to try to either go back to an older save if one exists, or there are some ways to go in and delete parts of a world. If you can find out approximately where the coordinates of that area is, you can go in. I apologize, I don't know how to do that. The programming side of things is well beyond myself. I'm not familiar with any of that, but I know that some of the people in my Discord have talked about it before. That would be a great place to jump into the Minecraft help section. Again, a lot of really smart programming people in there that might be a little bit more helpful on that. I don't want to tell you something wrong and delete your whole game or crash your computer. I know there's a way, but I don't want to just guess at steps. I'd rather put you maybe in touch with someone who knows a little bit more for sure. just to be on the safe side. You've probably worked a lot on your world. I don't want to mess it up for you. But I would check that. Let me see here. I just joined the Discord. Excellent, Ethan. Well, we were happy to have you. Shawnee, do you get the capturing enchantment from a regular enchantment table or from something else? I believe you can get it from a regular enchantment table, but there are probably other ways to do it. Powered enchant. Is it the powered enchanter? Can't remember if it's that one or not. They're enchantment extractor, applicator, enchantment factory. Is it the factory? Ending table does. Use 3 buckets of essence. I want to say that it's the enchantment factory, and it uses liquid experience instead of rather other stuff. I think it lets you create what you need. Let's see. Enchantment factory. Let's take a look. Why'd I back out of there? I'm a fool. Enchantment factory. Gimme. Missing something. That. Enchantment factory. Oop. Factory. I'm glad I built this little battery out here. This has been helpful. Enchantment factory. Let's look at the recipes. We're provided with power and an enchantable item and essence. It will enchant the item just like an enchanting double tub. It will use 3 buckets of essence. Our steps? No. Okay. Do we know there's no recipes? All right, well, let's throw some in just to be sure. Where's the bucket? Bucket? Where's all my buckets at? There they are. Can I put that in there? Damn it. Let me make another bucket. Premium bucket. I just want a lot. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. Let's see how this is going. Decent amount of experience. We'll take it all. I filled up my bucket. I know, it's exciting. All right, so we'll throw that in here. I know, I'm trying. Give me a minute. Okay, it's not taking... I may be using the wrong thing. Not accepting fluid. I haven't used this in a while. I know I've done a tutorial on it. Essence. What type of essence would it want then? It's not. That's not the one I was thinking it was then. Essence. Fluid dictionary. Ah, there we go. It's liquid experience goes into that. Okay, I need a fluid dictionary converter. There was a step I missed. Fluid. Where'd it go? Fluid. Saving fluid, there it is. Fluid dictionary. Okay. These. I know you're excited for treats. You have to wait though. It's not treat time. Right. Here. That we throw in here. I'm assuming. Yes. Up all the way. And then that should. Okay. Am I getting power? Doesn't take power. Okay. I've used this before, but it's been forever. I normally don't enchant a lot of stuff. Let's do that. Experience. Recipes. Always active. Select next fluid. I'm trying to. It's not giving me any fluid option. Essence bucket. Yeah, that's what I'm shooting for. Essence. May have to look into that. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I apologize. Not messed with that in a while. But I'll be honest, for the enchantment, unless it drops in a book, which it may, the enchanting table, I don't know of a way of getting a specific enchantment. I just don't mess with enchantments that much in Sky Factory 4 because there's so many other cool ways to do stuff. I haven't messed with it, to be honest with you. Ouch. No, don't claw my leg, please. Let's see. Where was I? But it's fun automating. Automating can be fun if that's what you're looking for a challenge. Sure. I mean, 100%. Again, it just comes down to your play style. It's different for everybody. Some people enjoy that because they're like the technical behind it. I like automating, but I like automating from a simplification standpoint. I'm trying to make life easier. So If someone's having, it's like, oh wow, it sucks to have to make 1,000 obsidian by dumping lava and water in a bucket. I want to find a way to fix that because that takes a long time to make, and I'm going to have to do it. So you'll notice most of the things that I've posted ways to automate stuff is simplifying a process that someone's going to have to do a lot to get an advancement or to do something specific in the game. There are a lot of ways to automate other stuff, just doesn't get me anywhere, so I kind of slide away from that. Again, sometimes I come across them by accident and do them anyways, but it's not something that I actively seek out. I'm usually trying to make a process easier for folks, just to make their life a little more streamlined. That's, again, but everybody has different play styles. There's nothing wrong with automating something out the wazoo. If you want to be able to do it, that can be cool too. It's just what depends on what drives you in the game. That's one great thing about Minecraft. There can be 1,000 different people with 1,000 different motivations, and we all have a great time in Minecraft because Minecraft can give you the type of game you want that you're looking for. Give me the type of game I want. We can even be playing on the same server and be working two completely different goals and targets and still have a great time and work together. I love Minecraft because of that. It just gives so many options. Let's see. Like tough ingots, you probably want to automate those. Well, you know, that's what we were talking about earlier. You could. I did a semi-automation. And it also depends on what you consider an automation. So let's touch that. This is a semi-automation. I put steel in. I put boron in. It makes ferroboron. I put lithium in. It adds that to the ferroboron. Gives me tough. Now, I've had to fill this 10 times, maybe 11. Doesn't take that long. I never add more than 5 or 6 at a time. And that made me all the tough that I'm probably going to need for the rest of the game. Like I've got 10K of it still, and I've already built the entire large fission reactor. So if I was to take a bunch of time to automate this, and again, I use this as an example, I could put a compact machine here that makes steel, and inside's all of a compact steel, pumps steel out, another compact machine that does boron, another compact machine that does inferium, that feeds, or not inferium, sorry, lithium, and then it auto feeds into my system, and I could have 200,000 tough alloy. Just don't need 200,000 of it. The time it would take for me to go ahead and put those compact machines together to fully automate it, I could have just loaded it 11 times myself and have all the tough alloy I need for the rest of the game. So that just comes down again to playstyle. You can automate that fully if you want to build something out of a lot of tough. But if you just want to be able to make enough tough to get all the advancements, a semi-automation will work. A lot of my stuff is semi-automation. I can load anything I want into here and it's going to speed smelt it. I can go anything I want into here, it's going to speed crush it. You know, this was my factory that I put over here. So, I mean, I have a lot of stuff that I can just throw it in a chest and it'll make me a ton of that item. And I can walk away, come back 10 minutes later and have a bazillion of them. But I don't need to permanently automate it because I'm just never going to need as much as that's going to make. Let's see. I think EMC is for Project E. If it is, I've not done anything with Project E yet. That's what I'm going to do once I finish all of the advancements in Sky Factory 4 again. I'm going to do a Project E world so we can play with that and figure out some of that stuff. Because I've never done anything with Project E. I've unlocked it, but I've never played it. You can go into the folder and click on the mods tab and delete the mod manually. That is also an option if you know which mod is the problem. That's back to the issue with the server or the game crashing. Enrich iron amber, then put it in a smelter. That's an option. Lost that one. Maybe set the left side to experience and then change the right side to essence. Okay, let me jump in there. I thought that's how I had it set. Like it's not the one. The left side is, well, see the right side. Oh, there it is. Okay. I need that to be, yeah, see when I put that as experience, oh, there we go. I had it facing down. That's the problem. Excellent. Okay, so that's changing it into essence. Now, I'm not sure how I'd get that out. Let me get a regular bucket. See if there's a way to pull that out. Good call. Good call, by the way, there. I appreciate that. Thank you, Turtle. Up in there. So, just testing a couple things. Okay, that doesn't work. Shift or right click doesn't work. I'm not sure. I mean, there's ways to do it. Let me grab one of these. Oop. There's your basic fluid. There's your essence. So in that situation, it's going to feed in, and you can just take you a bucket and grab it out as needed. Well, not letting me grab the essence out of it. Interesting. Wonder why not. Not let me grab it out of here. How intriguing. Do I need to run that directly into the machine? Let's see here. I've always wanted to automate something with mechanism nuclear craft that fills up an entire max set compact machine. Okay. Enjoyable. Use a barrel? I'll try a barrel. Sure. There you go. Easy fix. Good call on the barrel. Good call. Okay. So there you go. Yeah, barrel will pull that right out. I just put that in there? I did. Okay. Where'd it go? Oh, very little bit in there. Only grab one. I should have. I only had one. Oh. Okay. Extraction cable. Out of. Nope. Alright, so that fills that up. So now I need an enchantable item. Let's make a diamond sword. Diamond sword. Sharpness, sweeping edge 5. So it didn't let me choose. It just automatically put some stuff on there. Used a chunk of essence to do it, but it gave a couple. Interesting. I'd be interested to know if there's a way to control it. All right, that's cool. 4,000 essence to fill a bucket. That is also very true. Thank you very much. It got clogged. Anything that's that large. So I want to make sure I've got this right. You're wanting to completely fill a maximum size compact machine. I mean, that's the closest I've got. A 3-tiered system uses a large amount of the space. There's not a lot of wasted space in there. I technically could go around the corner and fill in a little bit of this hole if I wanted a few more seeds. But I can't think of any other process that needs more room than that. Off the top of my head. I've tried so many times to build a mob farm inside a compact machine. Cannot get it to work. That is a challenge I have for anybody. If somebody can figure out how to get that to work, please let me know. Kitty, get down. Come on, baby. Because I would love to know that as well. But I've tried every way I can think of, and I cannot find a way to automate farm. Because it doesn't matter whether you use the thing on the spawner that says it doesn't require a person to be around. You still have to be in the compact machine for the mobs to spawn. You're in another world, even with chunk loaders, everything. It just will not work for me. So that's the problem I run into a lot. I cannot get a mob farm to work inside a compact machine unless I'm in there. Let's see. Draven, the reason the barrel worked is because there was a second fluid that was created for half a second. Oh! I didn't even notice that, Turtle. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that would make... Didn't even think of that. So breaking the thing would have helped either way. Okay, that works. It's Smell Beans. I gotta go. All right, Esma. Well, we'll be happy to see you. Thank you for coming by. And Nexus. Mostly mechanism, so there are cables going everywhere. Huh. Is there a way to filter fluids like calcium sulfate solution? I mean, yeah, there are machines that can do that, yes. Just depends on the one you're trying to get. Xylon Rivera, next stream. When is it? All right. Good point. So let's chat about that real quick. I'm going to take a moment because we're getting near the end of the stream and I have to slide off here in a minute. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because I need the day off to prep for Saturday. Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be beginning a 24-hour stream. I'm doing a charity stream as part of the Extra Life charity. This is Extra Life Weekend for community. It is a charity that raises money for sick children and their families. Families of children who are born and get cancer and all these sorts of things. 100% of all money raised that is donated to my Facebook fundraiser or my Extra Life page. 100% of the donations goes to sick kids and their family. I don't see a penny of it. The charity doesn't keep any money to hang out and play with. It goes to those people who need it the most. So I'll be streaming 24 hours, trying to raise donations. Our goal this year is to get $1,000, already over 500. I'd love to blow 1,000 out of the water, but that's our main goal. I've got a lot of different things that we're going to be doing that day, playing a lot of different games. Someone recommended starting a Sky Factory 3 playthrough that day. I may do that for several hours, jump in and do some Sky Factory 3, fiddle around with that a little bit. We're going to be doing several different we're going to do Jackbox in several different segments throughout the 24 hours. I'm going to play some 7 Days to Die, probably maybe play some Subnautica. I'm going to get in there with some No Man's Sky again. And anything else I can think of that might be fun. We're going to play some GTA. If you like to play GTA, you want to do some races with us, some death matches, you can go to the Draven's Dragons is the name of our crew. Go join that in the social club. I'm going to have a schedule up tomorrow night saying exactly the approximate times that things, I should say approximate, not exactly, approximate times that each thing is going to be going. We're going to be having a segment where you can donate money, a certain amount. Not going to tell you what. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But I have a board up here. Cards pinned to it with numbers on it. And if you donate that amount, you get to pick a number. I'm going to flip it around. And whatever's on the other side of that, I've got to eat or drink that. Now, I've got a shelf of things that I bought at the store. Some of these things, pretty tasty. Looking forward to trying them. Some of them, pretty nasty. Really not looking forward to it. There's one thing on there I've been trying to avoid my whole life, but I've got it. So you can donate a certain amount of money, and I've got to eat whatever's on the side. Maybe I'll get a good thing. Most of them are going to be bad things. A bunch of them are going to be liquor, because there'll be a lot of drinking. So that's one thing. But there'll also be a second amount that you could donate. And if you donate that second amount, which is a little bit more than the first amount, you get to go off the list of everything on that shelf and choose 2 or 3 things that I have to mix together and eat or drink. Eat or drink. So, strawberry yogurt is delicious. Maybe not with hot sauce and mayonnaise. If you get my idea. There are a lot of things on the shelf. Some of them are just nasty already. Some of them are tasty, but maybe not in the combinations you can come up with. So it'll be who can come up with the nastiest combination to make me eat or drink. So I've got a lot of things. The members, people who are part of the memberships, one of the perks they got was a sneak peek of what's on the list. Many of them seem very intrigued to try to mix up some of that stuff to make me vomit. So we'll see what happens. We're going to have that stuff again. All the money goes to charity. None of it comes to me. Tomorrow, every donation, I'm asking everything to be going towards that. But I've got some fun stuff on there that's going to be fun. I've got some games. Going to give away some ODG merch. Going to have some trivia stuff we're going to throw at the community. Have some fun with that. Some different games and things we're going to play. Some drinking games, I think. For me, you guys don't have to. If you're young, don't drink or drive ever. But me, I have some different stuff we're going to do. But hopefully we have enough fun stuff that everybody's going to enjoy. Again, it's just a fun thing. All of it's for a great cause. So hopefully some of you will be able to stop by even for a few minutes. Any donation you can make, even a single dollar, every little bit can make a huge difference to a family that has a very sick child that's having to live in a hospital because of cancer and chemo. Every little bit counts, but this is a rough year. It has been for a lot of people. If you can't afford to donate, totally understand. Not a problem at all. Maybe you'll just come by and hang out, be part of the crowd, help pump it up, get everybody having a good time, play along. Maybe you've got a social account you could share my links on. Maybe someone you know has the money to donate. Get the word out there. We just want to do everything we can to try to help this great cause. I was in it last year. Last year my goal was 250 and we hit 500. Someone asked biscuits and gravy. Mr. Bob, you are correct. If we hit $750, my wife is going to make me biscuits and gravies and bring that nasty shit down here, and I'm going to have to eat it. I hate biscuits and gravy. That's disgusting. But at 750, that's the goal. Now at 1,000, we've got this boy. This is the one chip challenge. So I bought this, and basically it's supposed to be pretty much one of the damn hottest things in the world. I don't do well with spicy. Taco Bell mild sauce is a little spicier than I'd prefer. I don't do well with spicy, but this is going to hurt like a sumbitch. And so at $1,000, I'm eat this thing on stream. I want you to know I got a huge tub of chocolate ice cream in the fridge to try to help cool it down. But from what I'm told, it's not going to help that much. But yeah, that's at 1,000. And then I have some stretch goals for if we go over 1,000. Some are going to be just different content things I'm going to bring to the channel, new stuff that I'm going to add for fun. Just try to come up with some different stuff to unlock. I'll have a full list out by tomorrow night. The other thing I want to mention is that on YouTube, the longest you can stream is 12 hours and then it stops recording. So I'm going to have 3 8-hour streams set up back to back. I'm doing that. So I would hate to be at the 12-hour mark and we be in the middle of a game and we lose it. So at 8 hours, if it runs 8 hours and 15, 8 hours and 30, we're fine. We can just switch over to the other stream at that point. So you're going to see me post 3 8-hour streams back to back. So that way, when it's time to switch over, I can be like, okay, everybody, we're going to number 2. And we all just click a button and switch right over there. If you're there at that time. So there are 3. You just want to keep an eye out for which one is live at the time that you're joining. But it's going to start at 10 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, run all the way until 10 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. So there will not be a Sunday morning stream this week, but there is a Merged Worlds D&D Sunday night stream this week. So there will still be that one after I've had some sleep. And then Monday we'll be back to some Sky Factory 4 again. But I got a lot of different stuff in there. Hopefully you guys will find it entertaining. Maybe you or someone you know might like to donate. I'll be plastering the link all day. It'll be down in the comments. It'll be on my website. I'll be posting it anywhere. And so, check the schedule, because if there's something on there you'd like to make me suffer through, that might be the time you want to swing by if you have a little bit of donation money, so that you too can choose something disgusting that I have to imbibe. Nothing's off the table. If it's on that list, you can mix it in any combination you like. I kid you not, there's some stuff in there I'm honestly dreading. Yeah, so there's that. Let's see, milk and water. I don't have milk and water. That's in the fridge. Somebody wants to asks if I have it. If I have it, I don't care to bring it and add it on the list. So if somebody's like, hey, do you have Dijon mustard? I'll go grab Dijon mustard. If I have it, that's available. If it's in my house, I'll add it to the list. Recently, me and my dad were growing Carolina Reapers, which I think are twice as hot as that chip. It could be possible. I'm not sure. So the way it was explained to me is you take the hottest pepper possible, you grind it down, and then they do some other stuff to it that scientifically makes it a different pepper, and that's the stuff they put on it. Oh, it's Carolina Reaper. Yeah, it's a Carolina Reaper chip. Carolina Reaper Sichuan heat. So this is Carolina Reaper powder stuff. That's what it was. I couldn't remember the name of the pepper. So yes, that is Carolina Reaper chip. There are other chips out there that aren't as spicy. I specifically went for the one that I could find that was the worst. Yeah, Turtle's been looking... Yeah, I've been talking about this for a while. I've been building up to this. We did a mid-year stream, and we made over $500 for the mid-year semi-charity stream, which is like a 6 or 8 hour stream. So I'm really hoping we can do some good stuff for the charity on Saturday. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully some of you may have a chance. Like I said, even if you can't donate, come on by and hang out. We'll be playing games. We'll be playing Jackbox. You can jump in and play with us. Play GTA, jump in and do some races with us. I'm already working on a playlist for that as well. Some different games in that. So I'm downloading some new maps so we can do some fun stuff there. I got a lot of things planned that will come out probably tomorrow afternoon or evening will be the schedule. I'll post it on my website and I'll post it in the Discord. So that way people know approximately what times. And some of those will be fluid. If I say we're going to do GTA between 10 and 12 and it doesn't end until 12:30, approximately. I'm going to do the best I can to stay on schedule. But yeah, so yeah, that's kind of Saturday and Sunday's plan. So I hope to see some of you there. But it is 10:30, and I am going to have to call it a day because I have to get up early to start preparing for being awake 24 hours. And I got a bunch of stuff to get ready for the stream. So I'm very excited. But thank you all for coming by today. Today's been a great day of just answering questions. Like I said, we did a little bit of stuff done, but it was more just reviewing stuff. And I had a lot of fun doing that. So when you guys have questions and things, and we've talked about this before, even when I finish this Sky Factory 4 run, I think I may find a way at least once a week of still jumping in and having these type of days where people come in and we can just throw around ideas and work on stuff together. I think it's a lot of fun to do that. So hopefully we'll do that as well. But if you did have a good time today, please remember to click like and hello Pine. I did see you pop in there. And Ethan, I did see your thing about the peppers. I don't know that much about it because spicy scares me and I stay away from it. But thank you for coming by. If you enjoyed yourself, please click like. Most importantly, hit subscribe and that little bell symbol so that way you will get notifications when our streams go live and videos come up. You can also join our Discord channel, which again, you can jump on our Discord by going to my website, onlydraven.com. There's a button on the homepage that'll get you there. The other thing, of course, on the website are things like links to my socials, my normal streaming schedule, the ODG store. You can get cool ODG merch. There's emails if you want to send specific feedback, questions, or recommendations that way. Links to my podcasts are in there and the Merge Worlds D&D stuff. Whole mess of stuff on the website that you might find beneficial. So hopefully you'll check that out as well. But that's it for today. Thank you for coming by. Special thank you for my members. Once again, anyone you've seen in chat who's had a green or blue font, those are members, part of our membership program. The membership program is $2.99 a month. You click the join button on my YouTube channel. That doesn't sign you up. It just takes you in to show you all the perks that come with that, like the font, the cool D&D dice loyalty badge with a different number based on how many months you've been with us, custom emojis, access to the official members Minecraft server, discounts on the ODG store, members only streams. I got a bunch of different perks and I'm always looking to add new ones. If you're interested in potentially joining that, just click join, take a look, see if that's something you might be into. But if not, either way, still love to have you hanging out. So thank you. And thank you to those members for being a part of that program. Again, you guys are what really allow me to do a lot of this stuff and hopefully slowly turn this into a full-time gig. So I appreciate you all for coming by. And extra special thank you to my moderators for helping keep the world running. All righty. Well, you guys all have yourselves a wonderful evening. I hope you have a great Friday, and I hope to see you back on Saturday so we can do some good stuff for charity. All right. You guys have yourselves a great one, and we'll see you again real soon. Great day.